This episode of the We Do podcast is brought to you by Buc-ee's. Actually, what the fuck is Buc-ee's anyway? I can tell it's a gas station. God, there's so many people out here, it's crazy. God, why is there so much stuff? It feels like a Costco mixed with Disneyland in here. I don't know. Why is there so many fucking people? Jesus Christ. God, that beef jerky though. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. Nah, I need to be careful here, but all right. Yeah, no, I need to get out of this place. This place could be bad for me. Wait, they have a brisket? What? All right, I'm hungry. I gotta go.
Oh, that's delicious. That's delicious. Gotcha. Just go get it. All right, you can stop now. And thank you, Fryman, for that intro there. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the We Do podcast, episode 18, where we do the gaming news for you. And boy, we've got a lot of stories like we have been. But before we get into all that stuff, let's talk about the games we've been playing. Right. For me, I've been playing some Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and yeah, I'm getting close to the end of the story on the game. It has been nice going back to it. Though, there is one thing I will say. The recent update to the game, they did it where now the climbing just seems to be affected. And it's not as strong. I've had at times where I'll be climbing and then, like, I'm trying to do the jump up to the next peg. But Edward decides, no, man, I want to dive. I want to go in the water. I want to cool off. It's too hot out there. So I've had that a few times. And I'm like, really? So it's like, But I am enjoying the game. It's nice having the modern day and being interrupted. But I will say one other little thing quickly on it is I kind of wish when you finish a sequence in that game, it would tell you, hey, sequence 1 complete. That was so you kind of knew where you were at in the story. Because last time I was playing it, I was looking up a guide because I was like, I don't want to finish the sequence. Am I finished this, or do I have one more mission left? So it'd be kind of nice to see, and you can't. And it's not like the old games where you could go into the menus and see that you're now on sequence 9, second mission of the 4 strands. Gotcha. They don't have that. It's like, come on, Ubisoft. Like, I get it. You did some stuff well with this, but kind of missing in a few points here. I think would help. The other game I played was Splatoon Raiders. Oh, that game is fun. That game was addictive. Fry, me, and Nintendo, we did it for almost 6 freaking hours. We had to tell each other, okay, we need to put this game down. We need to get food. We need to stop. Like, it was a lot of fun. Like, it is a slower intro. Like, you have to play for about an hour, and then you can get the co-op option. But once you do the co-op, it is a lot of fun. And then having the 3 different, like, play styles of, like, your special abilities that you can use, it makes them all feel unique. You have the tons of different weapon types you find with what you play style. The nice thing is, if you find a weapon you like, you can go, once you've unlocked it, the upgrade shop, you can upgrade at 5 levels. So if the level's level 16, but you're like, okay, I like this gun over this gun because the rate of fire or whatever, you can increase it a little bit to keep it going for a while. And just, you trash your loot so that way you're gaining more of the resources so you can constantly keep buying stuff. And if you do upgrade the weapon, but you need to trash it on because you found something way better, you're getting much more resources than the weapon normally would, so you don't feel bad about spending the resources. And getting the collectibles and stuff like that, you're gaining. You go talk to the one little thing in there and check out and be like that, you'll gain extra resources. So it just rewards you for playing. And it's just like all the different abilities and weapons. Like I have my one sub weapon. It's got this cool little thing. It's called the shot put. You throw it like a shot put, but it's a turret. And I have little modifiers for it because you can have different modifiers. When it does that, it posts some extra ink on the ground so I can have more of the territory that's safe for us to stand or refill on. But also, mine, as my turret's done for when it's done being used, it does an explosion. So it does extra damage. And so if enemies you lure and get enemies around, get that nice explosion. And like I have this other ability where I have these little lines go out that is just shooting ink. So anything in them is getting hit. But now I have an upgrade to it where anything that's in it gets touched by the lines. So it can pull them in, so it keeps pulling enemies in. Oh, cool. And it has the explosion effect when it goes as well. You put that in the turret, you're just exploding everywhere and just getting the orbs and drops. Oh, it is addictive and just number porn on the screen.
Yeah, I was watching you play a little bit during stream, but then I had to leave because I have work. I was like, I'm going to watch more. It looked fun.
Yeah. That's why you install Twitch on your phone and you see it on the phone.
Exactly.
It's an excuse, Murple. That's an excuse. When you want, you want.
Exactly. See? There you go. Learn from Fubu, Murple. Learn from Fubu.
I do have it on my phone, but like, yeah.
You chose to be lazy and selfish. I got it.
Murple. I saw a vest the other day. You put the vest and then you have like a device here in front of you where you can put your phone. So you can work and have that device and watch everything, Murple. Look, when there's a will, there's a way. And if you want to see Murple Burley stream, you can do it. So excuses. I don't accept, Murple. I don't accept.
Exactly. But Hirak, I know one of the things you've been playing actually hasn't been a game.
Yeah. So, okay, before I get into this, I don't know why, but I can't get this weird flavor out of my mouth. I use mouthwash. My mouth is just. You guys are all wondering what I'm saying. You got to go watch the watch list from this week. Then you'll know why my mouth doesn't taste right.
Was it yellow? Was it yellow?
It was no. It just tastes awful. Like I kissed a septic tank. Funny. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fixing my PlayStation. I'm playing the game. Fix your own PlayStation. I was playing Minecraft, streaming it actually, and all the electricity in the house just kind of like I got a surge. It just flipped out and came right back. And it brought my Minecraft server down. That was easy to fix. I just rebooted the server. Everything worked fine. I have all my important hardware, my PS5 Pro, my Xbox, my computers, my gaming computer, my streaming computer, all connected to uninterruptible power supplies or battery backups. And I have a few PS5s, let's put it that way. And the one that you're seeing on screen right now in pieces was connected to a battery backup / surge protector, which is supposed to prevent the kind of problem that I experienced from happening when a surge occurs. But I guess I just bad luck. The parts inside may have already been on the edge and it just needed that little bit to throw it over. So this PS5 is an original launch PS5. When I try to turn it on, it beeps and the blue LED pops up and then goes away and it just shuts off and it doesn't work. I've done quite a bit of research online for it already. It's pointing to a possible problem with something on the motherboard. I called a local repair shop and I described to them what was happening and they were like, yeah, that's a motherboard. That's a motherboard. And I said, so what does something like that cost? And he goes, anywhere from $250 all the way up to $400 Canadian to fix. Which,
just buy one.
Well, no, hang on. Buying one is going to be in the $980 range to $1,000 once you add your taxes and everything. So it's. So I was like, you know what? I'm not dead in the water. I have another PS5. I can still play my games. I'm still fine. Don't feel bad for me. But I'm like, it's already busted. It's not working. I'm going to see if I can fix it. So I just took it apart. I fixed my other PS5 when the optical drive died, but this is different. This is a slightly new it's a whole new territory for me. If I had to replace the motherboard that you're seeing on screen, I could do that, no problem. Easy. I did that for a living for 20 years. But we're talking about finding a fuse on that motherboard, and that I've not done. So I got a maybe 30% chance at best to get this thing working. I even went and bought myself a multimeter, and I'm watching a bunch of videos online, and I'm going to slowly, methodically go through different capacitors and different fuses on the board as I watch these videos to see if I get lucky and find the bad one. And if I do, then half the battle's over. Then I just got to know how to remove it and put a new one on, where to get a new one, and then I think I can get it going. But if I never do, it's no different than what it is now. It's dead in the water. It's not working. So
Yeah,
that's game number 1 I've been playing. Game number 2 has been Minecraft. So I've been playing Minecraft a lot actually lately. I finally got back into it. Last time I played it was about a year ago. I have a server that I have running on the other machine, as I mentioned a moment ago. Got that up and running, streamed it a few times. Built a community center, and today I finally got some people that follow me on Twitch to join the server. So now they're in there playing, and I think there's somebody in there as we're recording right now, which is great. I just want to that's why earlier to you, Murple, I was saying, you play Minecraft, and you're like, no, and I go, you wanna? But I got a server that I'm only going to invite people that I know, friends, that I've played games with before, and just have them enjoy some fun.
Oh God.
But that's the other game. Minecraft is so good. It's so different now. It's still the same nostalgic hit, but because they've changed so many things over the years, it's like all new again. And I love the game.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Alrighty. Yeah. And Murple, what have you been playing?
Other than trying to lure me in with candy to join his Minecraft. Just Nixelmon, honestly.
Which one?
The very first Nixelmon, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's fun. For people who don't know what Nixelmon is, it's essentially almost just like a Pokemon clone type of game. It's fun. I love it. I love all the Nixelmons. This game actually has a story, by the way. So it's not one of those Pokemon clones that don't have story. They do break the fourth wall here and there, which I find funny. Like Atlas, the little like robot character, he breaks the fourth wall all the time, and I love it. Whenever it happens, I just laugh. I find the Nixelmon is pretty well designed too. I like how they look. I can't pronounce half of them, and oh my god, trying to find some of them is so annoying. Like right now, I'm trying to find because you can get all the starters, and they're not just called like earth, wind, air. Like the earth is called mineral. There's fire is called fire. And then there's wind, plants, which is your grass, I guess. But yeah, you can find all the starters.
You guess you don't know this after all the time you've been playing?
Well, I always call them the grass type, but I'm pretty sure in the game they're just called the plant type.
I've never heard of this one. Nexamon?
Yeah, it's the very first one.
Yeah.
There is a second game to Nixelmon. I think it's called Nixelmon Evolution, which actually does carry over the story. It's like a brand new story, but they'll just refer to events that happened in the very first one. I love
it's
it.
Extinction is the
Extinction. Extinction. That's
okay.
what it's called. I knew it began with an E, but yeah, it's fun. I love the story. I love the characters. The dialogue, depending on who you are, you can look at it as being corny. I find it funny because it's just funny dialogue. But yeah, some of the Nixelmons are so hard to find because you can get all the starters. All the ones that are like, here, you can choose from these ones. Later in the game, you can get them, and there's commons, uncommons, rares, ultra. I think there's mega rares, legendaries, and then starters. Which why they're not called mega rares baffles me because they're so fucking hard to find. They're supers. I want them all because I want to platinum the game. I platinum it on my PS4, but I haven't platinumed it on PC.
Okay.
I love it. It's a good game.
So
I recommend it.
Nice.
You can do the platinated video about that.
Yes.
No, there's no Ken doing. He's gonna do it. We'll
I'm
make
not.
him. We own him.
I'm not going to do that. Like one day that I can do a video, Murple will take the reins and he's going to do the Niximon, right? That's the name. He's going to do
Niximon.
it.
So,
I've never heard about the game, to be honest, but it sounds fun. The way Murple describing it sounds really fun.
I'll eventually play on stream. So
Nice.
eventually, at some point, it's in my list of what I want to stream. I got to
Nice.
get through freaking Life is Strange first, though. Which I haven't
alrighty,
touched.
Fubu, what have you been playing?
Well, offline, I finally started Suikoden 2. Not going to talk about that a lot because it's an old school RPG. I'll talk about that when I do the Platinator video. On stream, I finished Pragmata. Yes, Game of the Year contender. Game of the Year contender. That game is really fun to play, which is a key factor to be a good game. It is fun because the combat system is very unique. It's not hype when they tell about the connection between you and Diana. It's a beautiful, beautiful connection. I got really sad because I got the normal ending, but like, oh, there she is. There she is. And like Burley told me on stream, I have to collect everything to get the true ending. So basically, I'm thinking because I'm going to plat that game, I'm going to get the true ending when I do the hardest mode because what I saw on the trophy guide, I need to do everything that I can, and then I will leave to the end the lunatic difficulty. And on the lunatic difficulty, almost everything transitions except the health and stuff like that. So I'll have to recollect everything again, which is a pain in the ass, but I will have to recollect everything. And then when I recollect everything, then I will go for the 100% ending. But yeah, it's a very, very, very strong Game of the Year contender. Then I finished that one and I started playing The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennial Tale. That's a mouthful.
Oh yeah, I
And
saw your stream.
yeah, that game is super fun. I was really, really pissed that I couldn't stream today, but I was busy preparing for that big surprise that I already told you guys. So yeah, I was busy preparing stuff for that. Yeah, I have to say this because Leah says I'm reaching. I don't think I'm reaching. If Nintendo sued Pal World because it's a very similar mechanic because of throwing the
Well,
ball.
it was a patent. It was patent that they sued with.
Bro, how don't they sue Square? Because I am literally playing a Zelda game. You cut the grass, you go into the dungeon, you need keys to advance in the dungeon. Where do you get the big key for the boss? It's on a big chest. This is Zelda. I'm telling you, this is what happens in Zelda. So it is very, very, very similar. The only difference between Pal World and Elliot is Square Enix. They are almost as big as Nintendo. They are a freaking huge company in Japan. So maybe they know if they went to court, like Square is not going to bow down. They were hoping that the guys from Pal World would bow down. They didn't because, well, they are right because they are winning the case in court. So yeah, Lee is going to leave a big comment that I'm reaching out. I personally think it's that I'm playing. I'm going to tell you what it feels like because it's very colorful. It feels like I'm playing the Minish Cap. I don't know if you guys played the Minish Cap.
I played it. Yeah.
The only difference is because Elliot, it's a more recent game, so it's a more fluid game. The game feels more fluid because it's more recent. But I feel like I'm playing the Minish Cap because I'm using a boomerang, I'm using a sword, I'm jumping around, I'm doing puzzles. I know it's very Zelda coded. But I'm loving it. Great.
told you, Matt.
Yeah.
This is
great game.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's also, here's the thing. Nintendo and Square have had long business relationship for years. You don't want to jeopardize that. Even though I don't think they would have a case for that.
I do have a theory. If you guys want to listen to me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do it.
My theory is because Nintendo has a lot of 2D games from Zelda. They were like, hey, Nintendo, Square, let's select this. There's not going to be anything in court because we are friends, we have long relationships. How about you share some people to do the 2.5 HD remakes for some old Zelda games like the Minish Cap? I think it would be really good. I'm blanking. There's a very good Zelda game. It's not Ocarina of Time, but there's one that's like a really famous one that's also runs on the Game Boy Advance as well. I'm blanking on the name now.
Oracle of Seasons?
No,
those are Game Boy Colors.
Oh, those
Well,
are
there
Game
was
Boy Color.
there was the Link to the Past port that they put that had the four swords in it.
Yeah.
Link to the Past. Yes, that there's a lot of games that from The Legend of Zelda that if they get the 2.5 HD port or a remake, it's gonna still sell gangbusters because they are very, very good games. So my fin foil hat theory is that one of these days we're gonna have some remakes on 2.5 HD with the help from Square.
Yeah.
It could be possible, but also remember some of their Game Boy outings for Zelda were actually done by Capcom. The two Oracle games.
Oh yeah,
done
that's
by
right.
Capcom.
Yeah. But remember, Capcom. Sorry, Capcom has the. Wait, is the Dragon Quest games Capcom or Square? Now I'm blanking.
That's Square.
Square.
Square is all Square.
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind then. There goes my theory. No, but I think they're in cahoots. That's right. That's my theory.
Okay.
Just put a tinfoil hat on Fubu and editing.
Sorry. Well, that's what we've been playing. We've got a busy packed show with a lot of stories. Like, we're going to be opening up with some Sony stuff, which I know Fubu might have 1 to 2 words on that. But our topic of the show being the Xbox outage, because last week we had the Sony outage, this week we had the Xbox outage. So, you know what? Let's just get at her and start with our first story. Sony here, and thanks to Video Games Chronicle for the article. We're going to cautiously move forward, Sony says, as it hears PlayStation disc backlash, but will continue its plans, CFO is saying, exploring how to engage the gamers in a future digital ecosystem.
They're not.
They fought. Yeah, just let me finish here.
Yeah, go.
You're not wrong, Ripple. They're basically they're covering their ass and trying to say, like, hey, we understand the emotions and all this and riling up everyone, but we're not going to abandon you. We still want your money. Fubu, we would love for you to just sign over your paycheck every time you get a paycheck and just give it to us. We're okay doing.
Let me grab that. Here, take it.
Yeah. No, in this case, I agree with Fubu. This is just, for anyone that don't know, this is just corporate bullshit speak to just be like, please, because remember, for those that haven't seen this, on next month, there's been a big trend for social media. August is PlayStation Blackout.
That's right.
To try and
it's not going to happen.
Well, there's going to be people that still do it and do things, but here's the thing. You're going to have people try, and I get it, reduce the amount of money you give them. I'm reducing the money I give them. I have still done a couple digital purchases, and I will defend it in the fact of, okay, this is regular $20-something, and it's down to $1 or 87 cents.
Mhm.
and it's cheaper than I can get it on Steam or Nintendo, and Sony's only getting 30%, like X amount of percentage on that money. They're only getting a couple, like 40 cents of it. Okay, I'm giving them 40 cents instead of $20 or more, well, not $20, but you know what I mean. I'm reducing what I've given. I haven't bought and spent that much
Yeah.
after this whole thing. Like, I still have my PS Pluses. It ends in December, the day after Boxing Day, December 27th. And it's like, you guys have not shown me a reason why I should resubscribe to PS Plus. I don't care. You can start putting big banging games on there, great games on there. It's not going to be like, well, I don't really trust you guys to stand with this, because like, we don't know how this is going to, like, as they showed with the movies, they're not going to refund you. I think they're going to refund you if you bought God of War, and whatever reason they take off God of War, whatever game, you insert game name here. Let's say the license runs out with Marvel.
Yeah.
And you want to re-download Wolverine, or they take down Wolverine because they can't afford the license anymore.
And that's more likely to happen too.
That one's a good example of what could happen. And it's like Sony hasn't said, like, doesn't have any, and they're the worst out of all of the companies. They are the worst to get a refund, because they're like, even if you haven't played the game, you downloaded the game that you bought digitally, we ain't giving you the money.
Yeah.
Steam is the best. 2 hour, up to 2 hours if you played it within the first 2 weeks of you owning it. You play it an hour and 50 and you don't like the game, it's in the first 2 weeks, as long as you don't abuse it on Steam, they will give you the money. Xbox, I forget how well theirs is. I know it's better than Sony. So it's like, Sony is trying to say small things because they're not going to walk back. Yes. No. I would love to be coming to you and be like, oh my God, they walked this back and they kicked the can down till the PS7.
Yeah.
Or PS8 kind of thing. That ain't happening. We all know it ain't happening. Yeah. It sucks to say. I want to be proven wrong. If I am wrong next week, I won't strike Merple down with lightning.
Like, I feel like people don't realize, like, this is also affecting, like, smaller developer companies, too. Like, I think Sandfall Interaction had something to say about this, too, from what I remember. And, like, I don't care what they say. Business-wise, I do not think this is a good move, personally. Because, like, you still have people that rely, like, kids, relies on, like, giving their friends games to go borrow to play. Like, that can't afford, like here in Canada, a $90 game. Because not all parents, are rich. Like, there's some parents that are just trying to get by. Yes, they buy their kids stuff, obviously, but like when I was growing up, you gotta wait till Christmas or your birthday. You're not buying it brand new. And even then, I always got it secondhand. So, like, I just feel bad for those kids that, like, their parents can't afford games or even get them brand new. They have to get them secondhand. Or
gaming, unfortunately, just go out and get gaming is get the pricing in gaming just get out of hand. The whole industry in the next couple of years is going to be very interesting to see.
Or like those countries that they rely on disc games because they they can't go to the PSN network. Like, that's completely shut down in their country. And I was just like, I feel so bad for like those people, because like, what are they going to do? They're going to have to go back to like the 80s or the 90s and go play outside. I mean, go play outside anyways, but
go touch grass. Go touch grass.
Exactly. Pretty much, like, they'll have to make up their own games. Like, I feel like that's not fair to like those countries that can't afford, like, can't do something digital. Like, Sony, I don't know. They just need to fix something, or at least let PSN be available in those countries.
Well, it's even if it is available in other countries, you have issues with it being there. Some places, guess what? Some people don't have to have access to high-speed internet.
Exactly.
So, and with the size of games today, Do you really want to buy a game and then be like, I gotta wait, keep my PlayStation in rest mode for 14 hours? So then it's downloaded and installed. Whereas on the disc, even if there isn't a day one update, it's still going to take a bit depending on the game. You could at least have the game in an hour or two, depending on the size of the game.
Yeah. Or as we saw with the blackout with PlayStation, where their system went, like their whole system went down. You're shit out of luck if you want to play a game that's not on a disc. You're gonna wait until either they come back up online, which God knows how long that could be. Would it be a couple hours, a day, a week, a month? You're shit out of luck if you want to play a game.
I think the PSN, though, with the whole last one, it was down 8 hours. Up to 8 hours in certain regions. That's not a half-hour downtime. That's
That's a day of business gone.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry. All digital games going all digital is just a bad move because, like, we all know, like, you know, they can get hacked and the system goes down.
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
You lose business from gamers because they're not playing, they're not purchasing anything. So like, don't go all digital.
So this is their first time breaking silence on it, right? Like, even mentioning any little okay. Yeah, I was actually chatting with Burley and Merple earlier, and we were talking about, like, I'm looking for some games, and I like to have a collection. You guys see the picture behind me. This is a green screen. It's not really real, right? Yeah, but it's a picture of my shelf. And I love having them in my collection. I love having a physical game. And I often, call me crazy, I often will buy a game I want to have on that shelf and then still buy a digital game so I can play. So I'm part of the problem because I'm buying digital, but I don't have anything against digital. I'm okay with digital. Just don't take away my physical. I want still to have that thing. And you know what? Just took away all my options at Christmas to give birthday gifts to people, or Christmas to give birthday gift. Well, it is someone's birthday, but Christmas gifts or birthday, or birthday gifts. Like it just, you can't share, you can't do anything. It sucks. And right now, I was looking for Halo Campaign Evolved, but I want a hard copy. Everywhere is sold out because they're like, companies in general are pressing fewer copies of these and therefore putting out fewer to each of their retail outlets. So those of the customers that are out there that want a physical copy either need to pre-order it ahead of time to guarantee that they have it, or it just they get lucky, they find one and they snatch it up, and that leaves someone else who doesn't look that early on without a copy. And I want a copy. It's just not a fan. They're obviously not backtracking on this. I kind of hope that their system going down was due to an attack of some sort, like some sort of retaliation. The fact that in the next coming weeks, people are going to do a blackout and not play Sony games. I think they're saying not play, not log in, not do anything. So, like, good. I think I don't know how much of an impact that's going to have, but if everyone did do it, maybe it would be enough to make them say, "Oh, hang on a second." I'm looking at this thinking to myself, the video game key card, and I mentioned this before, is now looking like the good guy. Nintendo's video game key card is looking like the way to go, because I can still take a physical game, put it on my shelf, even though technically the game isn't on that card, or I can wrap it up in a package and send it to Merple, and Merple can grab it and play it.
Exactly. Like, I would much rather them do that than just say, "All right, screw you, we're not going to give you a disc at all." Like, because at least then you still have something. Sure, you gotta pop it into your system and download it onto your system. Like, download it.
It doesn't solve everything. It doesn't solve everything, but it's better than, hey, no disc, no nothing.
Like, I like my physical games. I really do. Obviously, I have none in the background because, you know, they're in my living room, but I do like physical copies. I do like, going to GameStop, seeing what what used games are in there. But now, again, that will also affect. No games will affect, GameStop, any like game retailers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All they're going to have is like probably Nintendo and like Xbox.
Yeah. I can see Fubu wants in on this.
I'm like a bull. I'm focusing, and I'm gonna go for the cash.
All right,
I'm just kidding.
let's let that bull out of the gate here.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. This is clearly bullshit to crowd control. So people be like, they're gonna think about it. No, they're not gonna think about it. But you know what they're gonna do now? And we have started with August's PlayStation Plus Essential tier. They are gonna butter us up nice and smooth with nice games, because now we have Dying Light 2 on the Essential, which is really good game. It's not my type of game, but I do admit it is a very good game. I'm assuming that the tier in the extra and premium tier, I'm not going to say all of them are going to be great games, but it's going to be 2 to 3 games that are great, like it happened last month with Avatar. Let's be honest, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Ronin is a great game. So it's going to be something like that. It's going to be buttering us up. It will progress, and then Wolverine will come out
over here. Ignore that. Look at this.
Yeah. It's that little trick that I told at the beginning of when we started doing like that. Hey, look at the key. Look at the key. Look at the key.
I want it.
And then what's gonna happen is Wolverine is gonna come out. Wolverine comes out. Everyone's happy with Wolverine because it's gonna be a great game. GTA is gonna come out. Everyone's gonna be happy. Then it's Christmas, and they're gonna do some nice promos on the PlayStation Network, which I already said last week. I said it last week, and I'll keep saying, I don't mind digital games if it's a very good price. I bought Suikoden 1 and 2 digitally. It was 20 something euros. That means 10 years for each game. Let's go 20 years. 10 euros for each game, for games that you play a few hours, games that are renowned in our industry. Suikoden 1 and 2 are 2 of the best in that type of game. So I don't mind digital when it's a good price. The thing is, what they want us to do, that we already talked so many times, is they want to be completely digital, but you are paying the full price that you pay for physical. And even the code that you guys were telling about, it's not a good idea, because the code is going to be, you use the code and it's going to be associated to that console on the Nintendo. You can't give the code to Merple, and Merple is not going to download it on his console.
If it's a code, but if it's a game key card,
the game is part of the game is on the cartridge.
Yeah,
you have to download
the
part of it.
Acts as your license. But you're right. If it's like Skyrim and Fallout, if you open those and there's just a code on paper, that's associated with your account. Yeah, just like you're saying.
Yeah,
it's still, I really think they might, because every cartridge, every disc has an identity,
a serial of its own,
a serial number, and they can do. I think they can associate. But maybe I'm being a bit evil now, but I think they can do that. So yeah.
They have the potential technology to do that, but I don't think Nintendo has seen the thing, and people they've been like, I have bought and used Switch 2 games, and they work fine. They have not had any Nintendo. It's not a perfect system. We don't need to get into the full nuance of it, but I will take this over the code in the bot, because also something with like the GTA 6 and other things is these codes in the box. These codes do not last forever in the box.
No.
They have expiry dates.
Yeah.
And that in the case of like Miles Morales, when that launched for PS5, with the PS5, you had 2 different editions. You had the base, just the game, or you could buy the more expensive version with the remastered of Spider-Man 1.
I got that one.
You had 2 years. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2 or 3 years to buy that version. Or else, if you bought it after, that digital code in there is just paper. It ain't worth shit.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's the
I-
thing. You need to, like, with these codes in the box they're going to transition to fully for everything. It's no, you have a shelf life that you might as well pick it up day one because A, you're not going to get a deal, and B, these are a ticking time bomb waiting to
Expired. Yeah.
expire, and it's like, well, you could have bought a Grand Theft Auto 6 copy that sat there for 2 years, and guess what? You
Code
got the
don't work.
unlucky that it's a code in the box, then you go take it back to Walmart or crap. The employees aren't going to check and stuff and be like, oh, the paper says it expires here May 15th, 2027. You're in August of 2027. Our bad.
Yeah.
We'll help you out and give you money. The employees at some of these stores aren't going to be trained, and they're only going to go off whatever the refund policy. And it's like, it's a digital item. We can't refund you for that.
Yeah.
True.
And Sony ain't going to give you the money back. They're going to just call. You're going to call and ask that. They're just going to be like, you fucking idiot. We got your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right. You're right. But I still don't like it. I still prefer, because even if you're gonna do that cartridge you were saying, it's still something physical that they want to cut completely. They don't want to spend money creating a physical a cover,
Yeah.
printing, paying the machines to work, the shipping. There's like when we get a case with a CDN, you have no idea how much work there's behind it, and all that work someone has to pay. Of course, we pay because the price is high, but before they get the money, they need to spend the money first, and then we give them the money after with profits. They want to cut that, and that's going to cause not only no physical, that means there's going to be more unemployment in other industries. It's going to be unemployment in. So what they're doing, it's not affecting us only as gamers, it's affecting full industries, because it's thousands and thousands or maybe millions of things that are printed and created physically. And if you stop doing that on video games, it's going to affect a lot of people. But I'm just going to finish my thought on this. What's going to happen is they're going to keep buttering us up. Wolverine comes out, GTA comes out next year, like Christmas, good promos. Next year, good games, maybe some CDs. We'll see about that. That's something that we'll talk later. And people will be so buttered. They were like, it's okay. They completely will forget about this debacle. They're going to forget about this. And then 2028 is around the corner, which is like 1.5 years away. It's not that far. It's going to be 2028, and everyone's going to be like, hey, what happened to CDs? Oh, they're gone. We can't do anything. Then we're going to revolt again. And I'm hoping that Sony is trying to do an Apple. And what do I mean by this is they are creating a problem and they will sell the solution. So they are making people go crazy. They will make the console fully digital. People will keep going crazy, and then they will be looking like the good guys, like they did with the PlayStation 5 Pro. Okay, we hear you guys. Here's this little piece of hardware that you can attach to your PlayStation 6, and it costs 500 euros or dollars. And then people like us will spend the money on that, and we'll buy it to attach on our console, so we can finally have games again. It's create a problem and sell the solution. It's all business. It's corporate football here.
Yeah.
No, I can see them doing that, but it's like, even at that point, even if it was only 50 euro, you're saying, like,
No, not 50, 500.
yeah, I know. I'm saying even if it was like, I'm just saying only 50.
Yeah.
I ain't giving them money on the PS6 because, like, what they say the pricing could be for PS6 is like $1,000 US, and that's them barely making anything. Components for a PS6 are rumored to be around 960. That's you know they're gonna sell it for like 1,200 US. Canada, it's like $2,000 by the time taxes come, and it's like,
Yep.
I don't care. I don't care. You can launch with Astrobot 2. You could launch with like 10 games at the launch of the PS6 or in the first year that are like, holy shit, these experiences. It's like, I'm not paying to get into this high price to get in the ecosystem. And I know the ecosystem ain't going to get cheaper as it goes on. So there's no waiting for that. It's you're trying to get every little bit of money out of us. You're going to go too greedy. And it's like, no, thanks. I know I can't trust you. Because even if I buy these digital licenses for these games, how long are licenses going to last? Especially when you got dealings with Marvel and other companies. I can't trust it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I still believe, and the outage that we had on the PlayStation Network last week and Xbox that we had this week, I think this gives enough leeway to European. I'm going to talk about Europe. I don't know how things are in your guys' sides, but it gives enough leeway to the European Union to legislate something for full Europe. That's what European Union does for the full Europe. Legislate that it can't be only digital, because we saw it. I was lucky enough to be asleep when PSN was out.
You mentioned.
So it didn't affect me. But imagine if that affect me when I was at the other place. I don't want to mention, just in case someone listens, where I use remote play. I wouldn't be able to. I paid. I don't even know 150 for the PSN, and I can't do remote play. You know, I'm paying. I'm not getting a service. That goes same with the digital games. If I was home and I couldn't play my digital games, I paid for that. I want to play. Let's say I wanted to play. Well, not Pragmat. It's not good. That's Suikoden. I wanted to play Suikoden. I couldn't play Suikoden because the PlayStation Network is not available. Yeah. Basically, it's simple as that. I want to play EAFC. I want to go on career mode because the game is off. The online is off. I want to go on career mode. I can't go on career mode because the game is not available, because PlayStation Network is not available. At that moment, that game is not mine. That game is not mine. So either you compensate me and give me part of my money back, because it's part of the, either give me the money back, or find a way that even with the PlayStation Network down, I can play the video game. I think that's impossible, because if there's no connection to the server, I don't know. They would have to find a way. The only way they can get away with this is like, okay, even you download the game once, you can go to the middle of the mountain without internet, but you will still be able to play the game because it's your game and it's in your console. That would be one way to escape, but there is nothing better than having it physically. And Sony, by saying this, they're just buttering us up. Like I'm going to quote Cartman from South Park.
Yeah.
If you're going to fuck me, at least use a condom.
Yeah. Alrighty, and I think that is a perfect spot to end that first story. Now let's go for something a lot more positive. Sega Dreamcast retro console is still getting new games 25 years after it was abandoned. Fans refuse to let it die, which I just love seeing, because this game, the console itself was such a cool console. Heck yeah.
Oh, shit. No way.
When did the Dreamcast come out?
5 years ago. It's not retro. It's 5 years ago.
Yeah,
it's not retro.
I think it was 99.
Yeah, it was 99, because 2001 is when they stopped.
Okay.
Was when they discontinued it. And the Dreamcast was ahead of its time, but then the problem was the over-looming shadow of the PS2. When PS2 came out for blood, and just they just steamrolled. Sega had problems beforehand. That didn't help, but the Dreamcast was a good system, and it's just it's nice to see that we have people that still love the console are still making games for it, and I'm kicking myself. I went to a retro store years and years ago. This is probably about 10 or maybe 12 years ago. I had one in hand. It was $20 for the console.
Oh my god.
And but they didn't have any of the games.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I could burn the games. I could, like, if they would have had like Sonic Adventure 1 or one of the Resident Evils, that thing would have been packed and I would have bought it. I would have went to the store clerk and be like, take the money. You can't take it fast enough.
I forgot
like-
some of the Resident Evil games was on that.
Yep.
Yeah, Code Veronica
Yep.
was on it there. Like the thing had great games on it, but it's nice to see that it is still fans are putting in the love for the system. So even if you have it, you can download, burn it to a CD. There are I'm sure there are mod kits that you can get it where you can plug a USB or a micro SD card in there. Like I'm in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dreamcast still getting made.
And guess what? 25 years later, a CD will still work on this.
Yeah.
I love
Look.
your face just said.
like
I like this.
it's amazing how there's still support. Yeah, it's a Kickstarter. I think the game is called White Creek Survival Horror of Mercy and Madness. It's like actually a horror game. And there's a video. If you go to the link in the article, there's a video, like a trailer for it. And that's pretty sick. Like you got guys today, in today's day and age, putting together a game that you can then support and physically get and continue to play on the system. Pretty nuts. Like great. The console hardware wise was way ahead of its time. By the way, the one that I have here that I just showed you guys, I bought this a couple years back, maybe 3 years ago. I originally had it when it came out, and then I ended up selling it to a guy that I worked with in the office that I was in not too long after, and I kicked myself ever since. And so when I bought this, I paid considerably more than the $20 that you mentioned. But I when I finally saw it again, and it was the price that it was, and it's gone up too since then, I was like, yeah, I'm buying it. I don't give a shit and I bought it. And you know what's awesome is there's a specific model that you can burn games for that doesn't need modding.
Oh,
And this happens to be one of them. So I can actually burn a game and play it, but I don't do that. I have original games. I don't remember where the heck I put them, but I have a few of the original games. Such a great console. It's kind of a shame. If Dreamcast 2 was made by Sega, if they dropped that, and let's say they said, oh, and we're going to support physical, people would lose their shit. It would be
Maybe.
over. Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyways.
Yeah, I never played the Dreamcast. At that time in age, I had a PlayStation 1, or maybe the PlayStation 2. I don't remember well. I was a fanboy, a Sony fanboy since I was a kid. So, but my best friend, he had a Dreamcast. He had one of his goals in life was like, because he had a Dreamcast and then he lost it. One of his goals is like, I'm gonna buy a Dreamcast one of these days. I'm gonna find it. And he went around, and then finally found one, and he bought it, and he has it at home. He's very happy. When people talk to me about Dreamcast, I don't think about the Mario game. I don't think about those types of games. I think about a game that you probably will know the name. It's a JRPG, but you travel around with a spaceship and you fight. Not spaceship. It's a flying. It's like a flying boat. Let's call it like that. I know people call that an airplane.
Guys of Arcadia.
Sky. That's it. That's it. Exactly. Skies of Arcadia.
yeah.
Because my best friend, he's always telling me, you have to play that game. It's your type of game. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Yeah. One of these days. When it's on PlayStation, I'll play it or something like that. I do like this, even if it's like it's not like an official like from a big company. It's fun making. I do like this, showing support, and this gave me like a great idea that sadly it's not gonna happen. But now that in November there's this new Final Fantasy coming, and it's like the original
October.
Final Fantasy. Yes, in October. It's about the gacha game, but it would be really fun. Like special edition. Don't make too many copies. Let's say 1,000 of them. Make that Final Fantasy that it's 2D, and release it on the PlayStation 1, like as a collectible. I think that would be But of course, people don't want to show support to physical media nowadays. But I think it would be something that would value your old consoles, not only just an artifact of a bygone era. See, expensive words, you see, but not an artifact that it's collecting dust. Give some utility. It's not all of the money. Special edition, you can sell it for over like double or triple the price because it's a special edition. And I think this would be like not all companies, but yeah, this would be something interesting to see. I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna go a different route because there has been a resurgence for old games. And when I mean this, I'm gonna push it on my side to the competitive side. I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but FIFA 17, which is one of the best ones, and FIFA 14, which is also a good one, they are being revived. They are being revived. What's happened is like if you have the physical, but it's on PC, not on consoles. But if you have the physical media at home, if you have a disc, you can boot it, and there are special servers where you can play online. You can play offline if you want normally, but you can play online. That's why I'm telling you it's been a revival, and there's a lot of big content creators like Nick, and he's been playing that, and he's just loving it because the new EFC games are absolute crap. They're too much, and the demand is being so high that people are reselling their keys for 1K, 1,000 euros.
Wow.
That's how much the demand is. So yeah, there's lately I can see by this news, by this FIFA news, they are also doing for the, I think it's for the NFL. They're trying to do the same thing to revive the servers for the NFL. So there's, and I think it would be very wise to make some extra money, and it's not as expensive as making a new game. Just do it. Like I know the game is going to be big. You'll have probably to do like 5 or 6 CDs to fill everything. But I think it would be very interesting to do this with the older consoles. I mean, Dreamcast, Nintendo 64, Xbox, the original Xbox, of course, PlayStation 1, 2, 3. I think it would be something interesting to see. It would be different in our gaming industry. And if it's a quality product, it's going to sell, no problem.
You do still have some of it. It's very rare, but it's a limited run. And if you know anything about limited run, you're paying a lot to get it through because of their fees. But in fairness, they got to pay employees, and they do work on some of these stuff. Like it is a bit of work, so it's understandable. It's just a matter of it'll cross that threshold. But yeah, no, I would love to see it for other games and the other older consoles like the PS1, PS2, older Nintendo consoles. Have it so that way, because if you do have these, instead of just sitting them out, sitting dust, and you break them out for whatever game you feel like playing at the time, having some newer games that are in the old retro inspired styles, bring them out and put them on these things, so you can give these new consoles, these old consoles, some more breaths of life in them.
Yeah.
True.
Anything else on the Dreamcast?
No.
It was dreamy.
I said my piece.
It was dreamy.
Yes, it was.
I never had one, but I want to play it. If yours goes missing, Kirok, well, you know who to turn to.
Put it on the safe. I'm going to get Kirok the safe for Christmas.
Oh, don't. Anywho. Cyan releases a teaser for the first new Myst game in 20 years. Sorry, no.
Sorry, no.
Yes, I had to.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It's like a preview trailer of a game, and it's funny because if you watch it, I think it had a code name Anglerfish. If you watch the video, because there's a YouTube video of them talking about it, they tell you right up front, they're talking right now, you can see them, and they tell you right up front, hey, this was just something that we put together. It was meant just for display purposes. It's not a game that we're going to production with. So they tell you up front, and it's like, are you kidding me? What are you guys doing? I love the Myst series. Why are you doing this to me? But it's It looks like they
Purple's fault
spent a
this
lot of
happened.
time- Yeah,
Ah.
it looks like they spent a lot of time putting it together too. And it would be a direct line continuation in the story because of the fact that in the trailer you can see that there's a book. Yeah, so codename Anglerfish. You can see that there's a book, just like in the rest of the Myst series, and then there's this this one guy that is so yeah, classic Myst puzzle solving. This guy here, and he kind of by the end of the video turns on you, and there's betrayal and stuff. It looks freaking fantastic. It's just too bad that it's not something that's really gonna happen. You never know. I mean, one of these days we might see something. So
Yeah, a Kickstarter. Like if there's a lot of people demanding, they Kickstarted and
yeah, actually, you're right about that because they kickstarted Firmament, which was another game, a puzzle game that Cyan created. And I think also Abduction, which I played and finished all the way to the end, which was another Cyan puzzle game. But not those two games are not related to the Myst world or universe. Yeah.
Look, I'm pretty. Yeah, go.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't understand why they would make a trailer for a game they're not even planning on making.
I don't know.
That makes zero sense. What's the point of going through the effort, the time? Why? If you're saying like, oh, this will not be an actual thing, make a code. Normally, when they make code names, it's a game. They just don't have the title yet. I'm like,
this might also you throw this out. This is to gauge interest. And if you see people react to it, see how much a reaction, see how many views, see the comments and all that.
Yeah.
You can use that, get the engagement from it. Yeah. Then you can go to a publisher and all that and try and get some funding to be like, hey, there is still something. There's still demand out for this. Mm-hmm. We just threw this 3-minute video out and look at all this. We got 6 billion views, 1,000 comments. Saying we want Myst. What would be 6?
Yeah, probably 6.
Because I think 5 was the last one.
5 was the last one. Yeah, there's other ones too that kind of spin off like Myst Uru and so on. But I think you're right. I think 5 is the last one.
So you could use that. Put this out. Get the engagement so you can use it.
True.
Yeah, they will look at. They will see this episode of the podcast, and we already sold 1 copy to Kirok. That's a guarantee.
I mean, it's
2 if they make a physical special.
Yeah, it's more of an intellectual type game, but that's not the point. It's just exploration and puzzle solving is so much fun. It's so good, and to have the story continue, that's the the cherry on top, right? So, yeah.
Yeah. Plus, Levi.
Sorry, we go. No, it's saying that cat is having the time of his life. Look at his eyes. He's just enjoying.
Levi wants Myst to continue, and what funny, like if you make this, if it does come out, you bet your ass I'll buy the game for Merple, and we'll have a video series of Merple failing at Myst.
Yup.
Where we give him in each video, he has the Kirok lifeline, but he can't spam it. He gets it 1 per video. He can use Kirok's help once.
Kirok, what do I do? I'm stuck on a puzzle. You do this, Purple. Okay, 2 seconds later. Kirok!
No, I just, if he tries again, Kirok's like, oh, fuck it, no.
Kirok, you already used up your helpline. Bye. Figure it yourself.
Come on, Cyan. You gotta make it just for that. You know how funny that is gonna be, and just
I have a little counter in the corner. How many times Purple asked for help?
Yes. Yeah. The article actually says purpose built for publisher eyes only. So why are they showing it to us?
Because they want the engagement, so you can force the publisher's hand.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna be like, look, this is a lot of people that want our game. We're gonna sell this game. We're not gonna sell it full price because we know it's not a game for everyone, but we sell it like 50% off. Let's say $40 game. 6 million people. Look how much money you will buy. Of course, not 6 million people are gonna buy. What might be, because depends how good
Never
the game
know.
is. You never
Yeah.
know. It might be a great game. And yeah, but that's like barely
Levi
saying
says it's
right?
gonna hit 8 million.
Yes. Levi wants it.
And yeah, that's basically the gist of it. That's Burley put it perfectly. It's to see the engagement that people will have with the game, like we are doing right now, because we are all
Yeah.
saying good stuff about it. And let's say they're watching this and they're going to be like, hey, you see, these four gentlemen that clearly understand video games are saying that a lot of people will enjoy our game. So they will use our engagement to show developers and then to get finance, or maybe if they want to be greedy and get the money for themselves, like I was saying at the start, they will kickstart it. They'll be
Yeah.
like, from the renowned Myst, you can use those fancy words,
Yeah.
expensive words. From the renowned world of Myst, complete the story with these puzzles and stuff and this and that and that. And they might go that way. Honestly, because of the type of game it is, go with the publisher. It's not it's not. I understand if it's your type of game, Kirok. I played the originals on the Commodore. I played the original on the Commodore. It's not my type of game. I'm not that smart. Maybe now I was a dumb kid. Let's be honest. I was a fucking dumb kid. Maybe nowadays I would probably be able to play it better. But I do understand that a lot of people they don't want to think. They just want to press a button and things go boom.
Where's my yellow paint? Where's my
yeah. Where's the yellow paint? Why didn't I go there? So yeah, basically that's the gist of it. I think it's not for everyone, but for people like you, Kirok, I would like that game to come out so you can have a good time.
Yeah, thank you. I could see the Cyan and the publisher behind closed doors, and they're like, guys, it's We Do approved. we have to publish it. It's We Do approved. We have to publish it.
And if you need help with it, Kirok can consult with you guys on that. We will let Kirok consult
guys,
with the
guys. Listen to me. If you want to sell it as a cheap, as an easy game, give it to Murple and let them finish. Okay? If Murple finishes, people are going to be like, "Oh, it's not that hard. We can play this game."
So 7 years later, the game can come out.
Well, while it's in development, yeah. They finish one level, they send it to Murple. Like 6 months later, they send another level.
Oh
Oh God, I just had a bad idea come to me.
No, no.
We have a video series both. We just haven't recorded. What one half of the screen is Murple playing the game, the other half of the screen is Fubu playing the game. See who can finish it first. The original Myst.
I would be stuck on the first puzzle.
Murple, let's do that with blueprints. It's really hard.
I would be stuck on the first one, while Kirok is like halfway through the game.
Murple's gonna be playing blueprints, and he's like, "How do you open the door?" He doesn't even know how to open the door.
Yeah.
Like I said, not Kirok, Fubu will be like, "Oh, I'm almost done the game. I am still stuck on the first puzzle."
Hey, I am proud to say that I plat blueprints, and one of the trophies is you need to complete the game in 1 day, and I mean one in-day game. Yeah, You have no idea how RNG dependent you are. There is a video of that on my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
when guys, I was like, I don't know how many tries I was in that trophy. When I finally realized I was gonna get that trophy, you see my eyes glowing.
Oh, you mentioned this before. Yes.
Yeah.
Tears of happiness, guys. It was brutal, and it's all Leah's fault. She made me play that game, and I got really addicted. It's a really good game.
Okay, I gotta play it. I think.
Play it. If you never played, do it. It's a very good.
I do have the Switch 2 physical edition that comes out later in October this year with all the extra goodies.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I have that pre-ordered.
You can keep it. I'm not buying it.
Oh, don't worry. We'll torture Murple another time with another thing.
Yeah.
To move on. Now, this story, I know Fubu's going to have nothing to say on it. Final Fantasy VII Relation director says physical release isn't guaranteed yet, and it's just like have you guys learned nothing? Like, the physical editions, I have, and I'll admit, I am an idiot on this. Like, I have the special editions for the physical on the PlayStation, and when they came out with the Switch 2 versions for the first game, and then Revelations, I paid the price. It wasn't the full PS5 pricing when they first launched of like $100 and something each, well, like 70 something for the Switch 2 versions, but it's like I knew with part 3 it's going to be over $101, probably like 113 Switch 2 if they would go the physical edition, but it's like, seriously, guys aren't going to do physical editions for this? You're going to have my money twice, because I would have been like Kirok.
Yeah.
But in my case, it would have been like, the physical edition with the steelbook on the PS5, physical steelbook on the Switch 2, and I'm buying these at full price. Yes, I'm an idiot. Yes, I'm an idiot with my money.
In the second, and now,
like the third, like I thought, because like for years I was saying, like, I know they're going to release the third, and when a little 6 months after the third, they're going to make the all-in-one edition where it's all 3 physical games, and like. I thought they were going to do that. I think, like, I'm almost wondering. Oh, boo-boo! I said for years I'm going to be the idiot that buys that, and I would have spent the money happily and all that. But it's like, I think they are saying this just to see and scout the water on this, because like, I know Square has done some dumb, and I mean dumb decisions and dumb moves over the years.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see them being this dumb.
No, I can't see them being this dumb either. Like, have physical copies for your first 2 parts, but then the third part, no, we're not going to have physical. Why?
Yeah.
Release, if you do, like, say, a 3-in-1, that's okay to be like, okay, that won't be physical. Okay, cool. That's just all of them together. But since you're releasing them separately, just make the last one physical. Because, like,
right?
As people know, I don't like this remake as a remake to 7, but it's a good game. Not having no knowledge of the original, I will say that I have enjoyed it, so I will be buying the third part, like, because I have the first part as a collector, second collector, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I want the third one. Collectors too. Don't make it not physical.
Come on, you don't want the code in the box that's going to expire a year or 6 months after it comes out?
Oh, fuck the code. I don't want the code. Just give me the actual physical fucking game, Square. Like, you had done dumb shit and questionable shit. You can't be this dumb. Like, Square, what the fuck? That's all I have to say. What the fuck, Square?
Do you want to go first, Kirk, so I can?
I'm exhausted. Like, I have the first deluxe edition, the second part deluxe edition, and I've played and finished the first part on Steam. When I say I have the first, I have the PS5 physical, and then I also have the PS5 physical for the second part. They're both on my shelf. They're both sealed, and I believe I also have the digital version of the second part on Steam, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. And the third I want to buy, and I'm going to double dip again. But now these guys are taking that option away from me.
Oh, deluxe. That's what's called. That collectors. I have
it's the deluxe. Yeah. So it just sucks. It's like let me give you more money. But no. We want more of that one purchase. You got my money twice.
They would have my money twice too, because I would buy a physical and then I'll get on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
And they're missing out on me. I'd be the idiot on day one buying it for Switch 2 and PS5. And then Fubu's going to be like, just send me the PS5 version, Burley. Don't waste your money.
No. I wouldn't even ask that, because if I ask you, then you.
Done.
That's sorry. Because Burley, if you send me the copy, it's gonna take a long time to come from Canada to Portugal, and I can't wait. This is midnight. I'm playing that game. I'm playing that game. I'm like all of you guys. I said this at at the start when the first one came out. I remember again. I talked with my best friend. I was telling him, "I'm gonna buy it digitally. I want to play it right away. I don't want to wait."
Yeah.
But they're gonna release this in three parts. When it comes out, all of them in a special edition, I'm gonna have it as a collector, and I wanted to do that. So this one not coming on physical, it doesn't affect me. But again, it's because this is a game I want to play on the first minute that's available. Because if I buy it in the store, even if the game comes the day before, they're not going to stay open like they used to do in the early 2000s. You guys
like a
remember
midnight lunch. Yeah.
Oh, I
midnight lunch?
remember midnight launches. Yeah.
Oh, bro, I went to a few of those here, but they stopped
Same.
doing that. They stopped doing that, so I'll have to wait to the next day. And when I mean the next day, it's the end of the next day because I'm working or I'm doing something. So I want to play this game as soon as it's available. So not having a physical edition, this physical edition, it's not that problematic for me. But we know that I'm not going to say the year after, maybe in 2 years, let's say 2029 or 2030, they will release an edition that has to have all like a special edition with all of the games included. But if in 2029 or 2030 we are in a full digital system, why are you going to do special editions? No one will going to buy special editions. I'm not going to buy a box to have a fucking empty box at home. No, I don't want that. I want with the CD with an art style that was done specifically by the game artist, like something that makes it unique. Like I have kind of broken, but I already showed you guys. I have a Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core PSP with details, with special design made by the game creator or artist, whatever, and it is a beautiful collector's edition. A little bit broken, but that's a different story. But don't borrow your shit to your ex-girlfriends or boyfriends. Things up. No, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, why people will stop buying collector's editions if there's no disc because we want physical. And we all know that collector's editions are way more expensive. Like a good collector edition can be triple the value of the game if you give them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they are losing money because I'm not gonna buy a digital collector's edition. Like even if they give like an extra summon, a season pass, I might go to the second tier instead of spending 80. I might go 100, which I'm pretty sure is gonna happen because we already talked a few weeks ago. There's gonna be like a season pass and stuff like that. There's gonna be something about that. But I'm not gonna go for like the $150 or $200 edition because like, oh, there's going to be a digital art book. I don't want to look at the screen to see art. If I want to see art, I'll have it in my hands. I'll go to the museum. Art is enjoyed with the eyes, like without something in between us, which would be the screen. So I'm hoping they are trying to see how people react. I think people are not reacting well because everything that is digital, we are a bit averse because we don't want that. So yeah, I'm hoping that they're trying to play with fire and trying not to get burned. But like doing this type of news just to test, it's a good way to get burned because people might be like, I don't even want to know more about this game because it's not physical.
Yeah. Like people might write this off just because it's not physical.
Look, like I said, I'm not happy with the game because of the new combat system, because I always had the dream that everything was going to be very similar, and then you would start your adventure on Midgar and you'd go until the end, and it would be just one storyline. You just would change the CD like you did in the original game, you know? When you finish the first one, you put the second one. Please insert disc 2. And you continue with the same combat style. When you do the City of the Ancients, which is the end of the second game, please put disc 3. And you would keep playing. I do understand why they changed. And you would go from level 1 to 150 or 200, something like that. It would be continuous instead of going, hey, you reached level 50 on the first game. Now you're going to start the second game at level 1 again. That breaks immersion. I had that dream of doing the full game like that. something that I feel like it's not going to happen because the way they are changing the combat, and now because they're not going digitally, they're going digital. Maybe I'm not happy with this. So really disappointed. But it's the world that we live in. But I'm very disappointed.
Yeah.
But this is for me. It's more important than a GTA. I might not buy a GTA because it's only digital, but I will buy this because this is way more special in my heart than GTA is.
Same, honestly, same.
Alrighty, anybody got anything else on this? Or
No.
One.
It's a shame.
Boo.
Stay physical.
yep, I agree. All right, let's This is negative news, but to me, not surprising. Double Fine has come out after they divested from Xbox a few weeks ago. They let go of 23 members of their staff, which is around 25%.
Yeah, a quarter of their
But
workforce.
I'm actually not surprised that this happened. Double Fine have made great games like Psychonauts 2, both that and the original Psychonauts. Great games. They have made great games. They have just, ever since they got bought by Xbox, they just thought I believe the stories on it, and there's been stuff. They went to a way more expensive studio to work out of because they thought, well, we got Daddy Microsoft is writing the checks, so we can do whatever. And they ballooned up their size real quick. And yes, they have put out a couple games. Like they did put out Psychonauts 2. They put out what was it? Powerborn.
They made Kiln, I think.
Kiln, yeah. So you had one game last year, Kiln earlier this year. It's like you made they said with a Kiln, they were like, yeah, we wanted to just throw out a title there, see if it would get greenlit. Something so ridiculous. It's like, okay, I get it, you're in a creative industry and all that, but you still have to have some business sense of what you are doing. So it's like, no offense, you guys, for whatever reason, thought your shit don't stink or whatever. You weren't smart with your decision making. And it's like, you know what? You guys made these decisions. You need to, I'm hoping this, after letting go around 25% of your staff there, hopefully this makes you become the scrappy indie company that you were, where you were smarter about your decisions. You put out a quality title, a game you know may not sell, 20 million copies kind of thing, but a game that maybe, will sell like 5 million, but anyone that plays it is saying, oh man, did you play this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this game was the shit. This game was awesome.
They need to recapture that. Because it's almost like as if they just got soft because they were, like you said, Daddy's got the check. Let's get all these people in here and we'll make something great. And then of course everything went to hell. Yeah. And now they're all freaking out trying to cut the fat, right? Which sucks. I hate to say it that way, because it's people's lives, right? But I'm with you on this. I kind of hope that this, for whoever survived this cut, I hope they get that spark back and then they actually do something. Who knows? You never know. They might come up with a game that bombs and more people get cut. They might come up with a game that does incredibly well and it would be something that would elevate them to a higher status again so that they can hire more people again. You never know.
Give me another Psychonaut game. I love Psychonaut. Give me another one.
Both were so great, those two games. I heard like the VR tie-in game was good, but I don't own VR, so I can't.
I don't own a VR either, but
I don't touch VR. This is, it's never good news when people get fired. But again, I'm gonna have to go corporate here. Like these 23 employees, because they were under Xbox, right? How do we
They
know
were-
it's? So yeah, they were right.
They were under Xbox for a while. They just recently
Oh.
broke free out of Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. How much? Maybe it was Xbox that forced them to get more stuff because you because the type of games, like they were saying, like you have to hire. Maybe the people leading this studio never wanted more stuff, but because they are getting the check from the daddy, they're like, hey, they're giving us the money, we have to spend the money. And maybe I'm hoping, I don't know, I'm hoping that the person that is leading this is saying, hey, we are not getting the money, we just hired these 23 individuals plus because they wanted us to hire, we don't need these. We want to have a smaller core, because if we are smaller, we can focus, we can brainstorm better. We don't want, so I'm hoping that they are doing this because they don't need them. It's not because they are in problems, they don't need them. So your excess, so you'll have to go because you were hired because Xbox has done told us to hire because they gave us the money. Now continuing, I'm hoping that they're going to do. I think a Psychonauts 3 would be the next logical step to take, because yeah, it's their biggest game, and their next game needs to be a hit, because if their next game is not a hit, there is a very, very big percentage that the studio will sink. And it would be sad to see an historical studio like this with so many good IPs under their belt to go under like this. So let's hope for the best for them.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Man.
I agree. And now this next story here, yeah, this is gonna make us all mad. I'm just gonna say it out here.
Yeah.
I am confident in that. After laying off Battlefield 6 devs, EA boss Andrew Wilson rose 8 million to 38 million last year, thanks to the game's success across milestones. And it's the CEO Andrew Wilson isn't the one sitting there doing the work.
No.
He like Battlefield 6. I bought it when it came out in 2025. Great game. Like, it was Battlefield returned back to Battlefield.
Back to original form. I remember.
Back to good, and like it was really, really good.
Yep.
EA like this guy is hella overpaid, and now because they got their Saudi buyout, he's just sitting there, he's collecting his checks, and he knows eventually when they throw his ass out, he's got the golden parachute of whatever it's going to be, 5 million, 10 million or more. He's sitting there like, yeah, I'm good. It doesn't matter what I do. And like, if we can just keep cutting, we can just cut people. Like, they cut a fair amount of people, and he got his bonus jacked. And it's like, why would you freaking you cut so many people? Like, yes, your sports games make a ton of money. They also cost a fair amount of money because of all the licensing.
Exactly.
And it's like, Battlefield 6 is ramping up, and we're putting more maps and stuff and trying to do that. And we don't need as many people for that.
Yeah.
Got him. We got Fubu. Fubu and his people are going to buy the EAFC Ultimate Plus Edition, or as I wanted, me, CEO Andrew Wilson here, I wanted to call it the "Give us your fucking money, you pleb" edition.
Yeah.
It's basically that. It is because I know the game it's for next year, so let's spend this news for next year and see how much bonuses you will get next year. But yeah, I did mention this at this before we start doing this episode of the podcast. They released a few weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks max. They released a pre-order for EAFC, and look, don't get me wrong, it gives a lot of stuff that will help you on your ultimate team journey. But guys, 150 euros, dollars should be even more expensive. That's way too much money. Do you know I could feed myself for 1 month with that money? And you know what? You want to know what's the sad part? I'm going to tell you what's the sad part. The game is going to be so shit. I won't want to play this game for 1 month. And I paid 150 because it's like they keep promising stuff. We're not talking about that, but it's the usual rant. They're promising stuff. They don't keep up with it. And we pay. And
We're not going to lie to you. We're going to one day do something in the game. Just trust us, bro. Trust us.
Save me. No, guys, because we don't have that news here. I should have put that here because it's in my circle more. Do you know that in Europe, the pre-order of EAFC 27 surpassed GTA 6?
No way.
Way.
I can believe it. I can actually believe it, especially
Actually, that
with the
makes
World
sense.
Cup. The World Cup just happened and all that.
Yeah, actually, that
This-
does make sense.
So, and you remember what the news was when they opened the pre-order for GTA 6? There was like over 2 million or 3 million.
Oh wow.
You remember we talked about those values?
Yeah.
And if EAFC surpassed GTA, and remember, most people pre-order the 100 pack, the 100 edition for GTA for sure. So you can get those extra missions. Not a lot of people are going for the higher tier of GTA for sure. But people like me, and I'm telling you me because I do content, I am addicted to that type of game. And trust me, my Twitter feed is full of these people that are also addicted to the game. Trust me, they didn't spend the 100 edition. They went for the 150 edition. Sadly, I did that, but I do the content. So, yeah, there's a lot of people that are going to go that way. And for you to have more pre-orders, and again, they are people that pre-order the game now are not your casual players. The people that pre-order the game now are your freaking hardcore players. They don't want this game to play offline. They want the game to go online and we start killing each other on the field. That's what we want to do. So I'm telling you, most of them are going for the 150. So, and imagine if you have more pre-orders than GTA 6, you are doing way over 3 billion for sure. Way over 3 billion.
Crazy.
And the game isn't even out. And you know what's going to happen. You don't play this, but do you want me to tell you what's going to happen when the game comes out?
Yeah.
Say it.
Yeah. We're all going to go to the fucking store and spend more 150 getting packs so we can get the best team, so we can kill each other. So it's going to be 300. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to do that. Maybe 50. But not 150.
Leo, mark this down so when he inevitably, if he crashes out, we can call him out on it.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. People are going to give. I don't want to say the bad word. I already cursed enough. This guy, I'm going to use this is not a curse word. It's an Australian word, okay? So it's not a curse.
Yeah.
We're going to give this cunt so much money again. Okay? His bonus is going to be like, instead of 8, it's going to be like 12 or 16. It's going to double because of these things. And when they are making so much money, because, bro, if you instead of giving him 8 billion, sorry, I know I'm going way too much, but you'll understand where I'm going. Instead of giving him a bonus, because, hey, he reached his objectives, he deserves a bonus. That he worked for that, you know. But instead of giving him an 8 million bonus, bro, give him 3 million, and then use that extra money to save the people from getting fired.
Right.
That's the sad part.
That's what I don't get either. Like, actually, if you go to that other article for this topic, if you go to the PC Gamer article. And you scroll down, Burley, if you can click on it.
Yeah, I'm just doing a lot.
Scroll down. Look, there's a picture. Keep going. That picture. Click that little X on the bottom left corner of it. It'll open up and it'll show you what he's earned. Or it's a table.
Yeah, in total, $38,649,984.
But look at his year over year is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it was 30 million last year, The year before that, 25 million. It's just Yeah.
It's too much.
So
Well-
that's where like when you look at that kind of thing, I don't know how accurate that is, but what you're talking about, Fubu, is don't like what. Yes, he earned it because he got a bonus. He did the work, but instead of giving that much, don't fire the crew. Give him some. Keep the rest to keep the crew paid, and work on the next freaking project.
Mhm.
That's because one of the things like I keep defending as corporate Fubu, I keep defending is, oh, everything, these games come to an end, people have contract. No, we know there's going to be a next Battlefield. We know.
Yeah.
It's clear as the sun is going to rise that there's going to be 7. I'm not saying it's next year or in 2 years, because I think these types of games should have a larger
Well,
span.
Battlefield, they usually do like between the main lines, like 4 to 5
Exactly. It's not a Call of Duty.
years.
Call of Duty, it's every year. But yeah, you're right, Burley. But start working on the next one, so the next one comes as polished as perfect, because we do know these first-person shooter games usually come either with bugs or very, very unbalanced online modes. Very unbalanced.
Mhm.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, trust me, they come. So
Oh, I know.
use those stuff that you want to get fired. Use them to polish the game, because guess what? If you serve a pristine, and I'm using the right word, a pristine quality game, that is the only way that you will win over Modern Warfare, because Modern Warfare is a staple on these types of games. It's like EAFC. It's a new one. It's the same shit, but we're gonna buy it because it has a new number on it. We're gonna buy it. It's the same thing,
Yeah.
and they're not always the best quality. They're not usually the best quality. So even if you come with the 4-year difference, if you want to beat Call of Duty, give us a quality game. And to have a quality game, you need to have stuff, experienced stuff. It's not fire a guy that gains like 2,000 and let's hire the guy that wins 1,000. Hey, we have the same number of people. Yes, you do have the same number of people. You don't have the same experience, because you're getting someone that it's like a monkey looking at an engine. He doesn't know what the hell he's looking at. It's going to be that. So exactly. So yeah, that's basically it. It's not the same. So even if you fire those other people to replace these, you're gonna waste a lot of time and energy, because when you need to reintroduce someone, the person doesn't reintroduce, like they don't learn by themselves. They need someone next to them to teach them. So you're not losing one person working, you're losing two people working, because there's the more experienced one has to stop what he's doing to teach the younger one how things work. So you're not winning money, you are losing money, because the more experienced stuff is not being productive. That's as basic. But again,
you end up with an inferior product in the end.
That's what's happening. So instead of giving the big boss, look, again, he reached his goals. Yes, he reached his goals, even if it was someone else that did most of the work, because he's not the one coding. He's not the one beta testing. You know what he's doing? He's just calling people, hey, you're going to buy our game? Yes. How many copies? Because everyone wants to buy this game. How many copies? Awesome. Money in the wallet. That's it. That's what he's doing. He's not grinding. He's not crunching like there's the crunch culture. He's home with his family, enjoying his money, his big house.
No,
While
he's not at home with his family. He's on vacation with his mistress.
Yes, also that. But who is neglecting their family? The staff. Levi.
Sorry, I had to make that joke.
It's Smurple. Levi, come play with me. No, I have to grind this game. I have to grind this game. Leave me alone. Don't pet me. So that's basically it. It's sad seeing someone getting this much money. Again, he does have his role in the cog. But I'm telling you right now, if the guy wasn't there, the game would still sell.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's not like a known game. Like everyone knows this one. Like
Yeah.
it's the branding. It's a new Battlefield. Okay, let's go for it. You don't need the guy to sell something. It's it's basically that. Sorry, I went on the rant because I don't like this. You guys know I don't like this when people getting fired, and when you see someone that could have saved those jobs getting even richer.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. That's why I would never be a good boss. My company, I'm telling you, because I think this way, and not because if I was rich, if I won the lottery tomorrow, and 1 month I would be poor because I would be giving money to people to help them. That's the type. And if I had the business, I would go poor in my own business because I could not be unfair to my employees. I could not.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like he could have took $1 million less, just $1 million less, kept those people. Because also the thing with what you're saying, this isn't just a standard engine that they're using. This is Battlefield and Dice's own in-house engine that they use. So it's not like you can bring they're using Unreal, bringing in people that like students that trained on Unreal for years. It's no, this is our own custom engine. You have to be an employee to work and have access to the engine. So you're losing all these people that could have had all this knowledge on the engine. And that you now, we got rid of these people. Okay, well, how do we do this awesome snow effect? Well, Johnson was the main guy that did it, and we the owner here kicked his ass out because he wanted sushi because he wants to have sushi every week and not the cheap sushi where this is $20,000 for one lunch of sushi.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
yeah.
Jeez, that's way too much money, man.
Okay.
Sushi was that much money. Oh my god, I would never buy it again.
Bro,
already.
I'm lucky because my dad did a bunch of sushi the other day for free.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything else on the EA stuff or?
No, I'm good.
Other than
Give us
CEO,
some money.
Yeah, really.
sounds like CEO is dumb. Fire whatever his name is.
Matt Booty.
Andrew, well, Fire Matt Booty too. Yeah, so we'll get into that later on. Andrew Wilson was CEO, but Capcom's goal to release a Resident Evil game every year. Remakes will help it achieve this. Yeah, no shit, because you ain't gonna pull out unless you're making 2 to 4 hour Resident Evil experiences. You ain't getting a Resident Evil game out every year.
Yeah.
Unless that ain't happening. Yeah. No, I'm not surprised by this, but as long as Capcom keeps making the quality, like if they make the quality of 9 or close to the quality of 9 on every game, yeah, I'm okay with it. I think it'll be I think it's a little too much Resident Evil, my own personal opinion.
I
But
think that too.
if you make the games good quality and you do, with the remakes, remaking, especially if you're remaking older games that have not held up as well and you're making them much better and making this is the definitive version to play over the ports that they've put out over the last couple of years of the older games and porting them. Fine. That's all good. And with the newer main entries like Resident Evil 10, do take what worked in 9, add and expand to them and adding new stuff and getting stuff people want. Yeah, I'm okay with that, but what do you all think?
I'm worried about they're taking more than what they could chew. Because if they try to make a game come out every single year, they have to be really splitting up their team. But like, you work on this game, you must have it out by this, like it must be completed, fully done, ready to play by this date.
They technically they have two teams. They have the A and B team. Because when 2 remake was being done, they had a team working on the 3 remake.
Okay. But it's even with an A and B team of saying like, oh, this game must be completed within, say, this game started development September, say, the 15th. This game must be done well before September the 13th to have it released maybe on September the 13th or like say October the 1st. Like this game must be complete, ready, done, be able to consume. I feel like it might be a little bit too much and might burn out your team to maybe cut corners just to get the game out real fast. That could result in, you know, maybe the story not making much sense or quality is not there.
Yeah, it could be affected.
Like I feel like they might be cutting off, like saying if they say we want a Resident Evil game release every 2 years, that's fine. They would have enough time to, like, you know, cook in a sense. But if they want to have it like their A and B team constantly just doing Resident Evil over and over and over, I feel like the team would get really burnt out real fast. And also not focus on any of their other IPs. Like if they maybe want to continue on, say they promote that Premada. God, my mouth did not want to say that word. Well, they can't continue it because their A and B team is used up.
Well, I think Capcom is a big company. They have multiple teams, but I know for Resident Evil they have an A and B team. But I do get what you mean there. Yeah, you're going to be too focused, too narrow-sighted in taking, because you'll have people from other teams be assisting on, and it's like that means, you know, after this Animusha game, Fubu, sorry, no more Animusha.
Yeah.
I want Onimusha. I want every year. I want to. No, I don't want to do every year. Look, I'm just gonna take over. I think the idea is simple. Merple, you are right. Every 2 years, But you know what you do? This is. I think people try to make easy things difficult. Like every 2 years would be mainline. 2 years later, a side project like a Code Veronica, something. But because you want to make revenue on that gap year, you know what you do? A team makes the game. The game is done. You move to the next game. A B team creates a story DLC to sell the next year. I don't mean 1 2 hour, but like a 5-hour experience, like with a character, like something like that, with a different character, or like it happens in a lot of, like, let's say Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. They should have released Resident Evil 2, and Resident Evil 3 should have been a glorified DLC. You know, you have the hour that, because it all happens in the same span of time. Resident Evil 4, what they did was you had the remake, you had the full game, and then a few months later it released the Ada DLC. You can do the same thing with, they want to do the remake of Resident Evil 1, right? That's one of the, well, they're going to talk about Code Veronica. Okay, let's go Code Veronica because it's the next one. You're going to play as Jill and Chris. Spoilers if you never played that game. But there's also a character called Steve Burnside, which kind of annoying, but I kind of liked him when I was younger. But he goes and does his own thing. Like you play as him a little bit, like for a portion of the game, like a mission, let's say like this. You don't explore the full island.
Yeah.
What you can do is you release the game. You have the Code Veronica game. Then, so that's next year, right? In
That's
2
right.
years, next year, so 2 years, you release the Steve DLC where you can explore most of the island as Steve, and you see what he has been doing when he's not with Claire. You understand? You can see what he's doing around the island. Then they escape. They go to Antarctica. I'm not going to go. Then you can see what he's doing in Antarctica, because it's the classic Resident Evils are not like the Resident Evils that we have experienced nowadays, that you are walking with a companion. I mean, 5 and 6, you're not walking with a companion. People separate, and that's what you do. A team focuses on the game. B team, when the game is done, B team focuses on the DLC, so that the A team has 1 year and something to prepare the next game, and everything comes out polished. You're still making money. And you are delivering a quality product. If you do what you want to do now, it's going to happen what Ubisoft happened with Assassin's Creed. You remember Assassin's Creed? Every single year, a new one. There was
Yep.
one year
It
when
got-
Unity came out, 2 of them came at the
Was
same time.
Assassin's Creed fatigue.
Yes, that's next one. Assassin's Creed fatigue. No, you see, you can't do that. You can't do that. Capcom is having one hell of a year. Why? Because they are releasing different games. That the worst one that performed, which was a success, was Monster Hunter Stories 3. We don't talk about that much because it's the third one. We're already a bit tired of that game. We're already a little bit tired, so we don't talk about it. But because Resident Evil 9, I don't even know when 8 came, like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe. We had
I think it was 4 or 5. Give me a sec. I'm just googling it.
But this is just proving the point because we didn't we had some DLC.
5 years ago, Resident Evil.
5 years ago, but in between these 5 years, you had some DLCs. You had the third-person DLC, which provide the game to be different. You had the DLC that you play as the daughter, so it kept fresh. But people okay, we haven't played with Leon in a little bit as well. We haven't played with Leon. Let's see where he's going. That's why the game's a massive success. There is no fatigue. They gave room for all of us to breathe. We all breathe. We're not tired. So that's what they need to do. I think 2 years with the DLC in the middle is the ideal way to go. But again, they're trying to milk the cow. Sometimes that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
It's also the sales numbers have gone up, and I think Resident Evil is their top selling franchise at this point. I think
their biggest. So they're going to look at it and they're going to say, "Hey, you know what? Let's see if we can get more out of this."
That's the idea.
Now, I'm standing with Burley on this. In that, I don't mind. I'm a little bit afraid of exactly what Merple said, and that is, maybe they are biting off a little more than they can chew. And unless they do it the way Fubu was saying, like breaking it up so that there's room to breathe, they might, in fact, bite off too much that they can do, that they can chew, and that'll show in the quality of the work once it's out. And correct, Burley, I think that as long as they keep their quality good, and they do the kind of work that they did, say, in Resident Evil 9. I still haven't played it, by the way, so I'm being transparent. But I could tell when I watch reviews and when I watch you guys play on stream that it is a high-quality game. It is a good game, and I do want to play it, and I probably will at one point. But what I'm getting at is, as long as they're remaking games and they're doing that, they're giving it the Resident Evil 9 treatment, I'm okay with that. That's okay. And even if I decide that I want to rebuy Code Veronica or whatever else they remake, I'll buy it based off the knowledge that I know I'm going to get something that it'll be of value for my money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here's another IP that they've basically remade games so many times. Bethesda's remade Skyrim how many freaking times, right?
Oh God.
And they made it. They've even remade a whole bunch of other their games, including they remade, what's the other one? That's actually a good one. No, not Morrowind. They haven't yet, I think, but there's word they will. Yeah, there's word they will. Yeah. If they do, I hope they do a good job like they did on Oblivion. But here's the reason I bring those up. Skyrim being remade so many times and re-released so many times over the years, they don't put a ton of effort into them. They're just straight ports. The same bugs that existed in the first one didn't get fixed and still exist in the newest one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can tell that it's purely a money grab. And that's where you want a developer like, let's say, Capcom in this case, if they give it the right treatment and they upgrade it and they treat it so that the game is improved, potentially fixes any previous bugs that might have been in it, and you could tell they put love into it, people will buy it. Yes, they're right. It's a franchise that is their biggest selling, and they have a nostalgic fan base out there. But if they just port it straight over and have all the garbage, then broken stuff that was in the new ones, that's going to affect their bottom line. And I think they know that.
Yeah.
I think they know that. And I just hope that they don't overwork themselves and which then will translate into a new game that looks like garbage or plays like garbage.
Yeah.
All right, so that's my 2 cents.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I think
And yes,
they're saying this now, and this is probably just like a good stock PR speech to just keep with investors and all that, keep them happy and keep showing people, hey, we're not giving up on even though people know they're not giving up on Resident Evil, just that kind of being like, we're doubling down on Resident Evil. Resident Evil is not going away. It and Monster Hunter are our two biggest franchises. We're gonna keep pumping stuff out for it. You don't worry, you're not safe from it.
Yeah.
And
like, especially because we don't really know what they mean by it. Like, are they going to be like they're like DLCs, like the Resident Evil 10, and then go on to like 12?
Well, they're
focus on remakes.
They're saying games and remakes, so they're going to be like new entries, games, and remaking. Because yes, you have Code Veronica Zero has been teased as a remake, and they're inevitably going to remake 1 again because
I'll buy it.
Well, it's the thing.
Honestly,
if they do
I would too.
Well, they do good quality. I'm open to buying it, but at this point, we just have to play the wait and see game. Now, here for some sad news to remind you guys of things. Even legit Steam games are not safe. Becca Chameleon players are getting malware from user-made maps. So, this game is very popular. I've played it myself and have had fun with it. Right now, if you were to play the game, turn off mods, don't install mods. Because people have been getting hacked on that. And getting malware and stuff like that. And it's like, you can have a good antivirus and all this and that. I am of the mindset of, I know there's a good risk on this, I'm not going to take the risk. I can still and am willing to play the game. It's just, hey, play without none of these mods and stuff like that. Like, there was one map called Laser Tag Neon was removed, and it ended up taking over a whole Discord, which was over 100,000. Yeah, there has been a lot on this. There's a lot. Like, I'm not surprised in the same time because this is an indie game. This is a very cheap game. Very popular on Twitch and other streaming platforms and all these content things. So people are gonna try this shit. They always try this shit. They always try it with mods. That's why I am not like. I have nothing against mods. You can get some really good. You can get some really good mods, but then you also get mods that are bad like this. I'm just of the let's not take the risk on that. I will still play the game and boot it up from time to time, but it's like, I'm playing just the stuff that comes in the in-game done by the actual devs, not modders.
Yeah.
I want to say, okay, so just to kind of make it clear, when the devs made this particular game, and this is probably not a game that's all on its own. I bet this has happened to other games, but that's a guess on my part. I'm going to be transparent about that. But what I'm getting at is this. When they made this game, I'm positive that these developers were like, let's make a game. Let's have people have fun. I want to put this product out on the market, in this case, Steam, and we'll see if we can make some money. And the game got received very well. It went gangbusters and they made a good amount of money. So it's not them who's doing this, okay? That's what I want to kind of take the attention away. Because somebody might go, well, why is this developer? It's not them. They may have built a piece of software, a game in this case, that has vulnerabilities, and they never expected that their product would be treated this way. It's because of another bad actor who goes, hey, let me see what game here is a really popular game. Let's see if I can, look, they support mods. Let me see if I can make a mod that then can do my nefarious stuff. And they put that mod on the market, and all they have to do is on the market. I say market, but on whatever site where you download it. And that way they can spread their nefarious software malware, whatever it might be, because if they make that mod a really popular, like not, if they design it and it becomes popular, so it's in their best interest to make it as popular as it can be, or I'm not using the right word, as attractive as it can be, that it becomes popular. People will just say, oh, you got to try this mod. Oh, you got to try this mod. And unbeknownst to them, they're adding this mod to a legit game that has malware on it, and they're getting their systems infected. And that's how this shit happens, right? So you just got to be careful.
It's the lesson that we learn as kids, right? Don't take candy from strangers. That's basically it. If you see something, because people think they're safe because they are on the internet, there's no physical harm. There's no direct physical harm. So people think they're safe. But people tend to forget that nowadays all of our information is connected to the internet. Yeah. Our banking accounts, our our email with our personal information, with insurances and stuff, we are connected online. But people tend to forget. They only think they're in danger when they are physically in danger, not. So people go and see a nice mod, like you were saying. And I don't blame the people that made Mecha Chameleon. It's not theirs. If it was taken from their website, yes, I would blame them.
Yes.
But if you can get them on Pirate Bay or on Steam or whatever you get those mods, I have no idea where you get those mods.
There are a bunch of places. Yeah,
exactly. There's a bunch of places. People have to be safe. Like, if you have a rig specific for gaming and you don't have anything connected, like no backing accounts, no vital information connected to that rig, by all means, download everything that you want. Because if you get hacked, hey, what's going to happen? Nothing's going to happen.
You wipe it.
Well, here's the thing. If it's a gaming rig, you're going to have to sign into your Steam account or whatever service you're using, and you're going to have your credit card and all that's going to be tied to it. So,
Burley, that's where I say you have to be safe. Yeah. I have a PlayStation Network account, right? I have my PlayStation Plus still working. You know what I do? If I want to buy, like, I pre-ordered the AFC, like I mentioned before. You know what I did? I'm going to tell you what I did. I bought the game. As soon as I bought the game, I took the card out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You just remove it. Yeah.
I remove it. Is it a pain in the ass that I want to buy something, I have to do everything again? Yeah. But I'd rather spend 5 minutes, putting the info in than waking up one day and there's no money in my account.
Fair enough, but who knows? My only thing with that too is, even though they say, "Oh, we deleted on your account," who knows? Within metadata and shit, they still hold that shit.
Yeah.
And you can get it hacked. But I get what you're saying. Like, if you had nothing on there and nothing, and like you were signing in an account that just says anonymous, my street address is 123 Fake Street. Go fuck yourself. Is the country.
Or if you make like a virtual card that has a limit, like there is a lot of ways that you can protect yourself. And me, if I was a PC gamer and I was playing this game, knowing that everything is connected online to me, I would not risk getting mods from unknown sources. If the guys from Mecha Chameleon said, or even Steam is not the best example, because we had the news the other day about the games that you could download and there was like viruses and stuff. So Steam's not the best example. But if Mecha Chameleon said, guys, this mod is safe for you to use on the game, I would do that. But I wouldn't go like third party and try to find like great mods made by the community, because the communities in general are toxic. They're toxic. So you have to be careful, because you have to protect yourself, because not everyone wants good stuff for you. Some people just want to take advantage of you.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else on this, or?
I'm gonna go download the mod right now.
Okay. Alrighty, you take that in your hands. That's your
Good luck with
choice.
that, right?
Yeah, good luck on that. But so this next one here, Xbox gamers can download some PC games free. Only they keep their network. Yeah, we the topic of the show is the Xbox outage, but this was some good news. But hey, Xbox gamers won't have to buy these Ubisoft games twice. These are Ubisoft games. We got Assassin's Creed Mirage, Valhalla, Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, Far Cry 6, Immortals Phoenix Rising, Prince of Persia Lost Crown, great game, Riders Republic, Skull and Bones, The Crew 2, Crew Motorfest, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction, Rainbow Six Siege, and Watch Dogs Legion. So all it is if you own those games on Xbox, you bought it on the Xbox digital storefront, on PC, you can launch the Xbox app, and you will see you have. It's a great little a nice little thing to if you reward consumers for purchasing. And this is something I will give Microsoft has done well in the past, where in the case of if you had the Gears of War remake back on the Xbox One, Gears of War Ultimate Edition came out in like 2015, 2016. When they put out Reload last year, the remake of that, or the shinier paint above that one, giving you some colors. They were like, "Oh, you own it on the Xbox? The first remake, we'll just give it to you free on the Xbox, but also on the PC because I had that digitally on the Xbox One. So I got Reload for free on the Xbox app that I could just install on my PC and play. Just great. That is actually really pro-consumer, and I love that because it's making my dollar stretch, and you're not saying to me, well, we're putting it out again. Give me $50 and we'll be okay.
Very
It's
Sony
nice.
behavior.
Oh yeah, Sony would be like, come on, you wanna pay this at 101, don't you? Come on. Fubu said he's gonna do it. Don't you want to be happy and be like Fubu?
Be like
No.
Fubu. What?
Love you, Fubu.
Since when did Murple develop a personality? Since when?
I like this.
Oh, no.
Paul. I like this. Stick around.
No, we're gonna have a conversation about his personality once the recording's done. Let us know in the comment section if you agree with it.
You know what? I don't want to touch. I already ranted enough today. I don't want to touch on this one.
Oh, you're not happy about this?
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
Look,
when I look at that list, Skull and Bones has no place on it. But that's me.
No, it's.
But not enough people bought Skull Bones.
No, because I feel like. Look, this is me being a cynic, okay? But I've been hurt so much lately. I feel like there's something behind. There's no goodwill behind here. There is no goodwill behind this. You know, I think if you are if you're on Xbox and you want to download these Ubisoft games, but you don't have a Ubisoft account, you will be forced to make a Ubisoft account. You know, I can't talk because I haven't tried it. But you can download. Let's say Assassin's Creed Mirage. Okay, you can download Assassin's Creed Mirage. And if you don't have a Ubisoft account, they will ask you if you want to have a Ubisoft account.
You're right about that because I have Mirage and I have to use a Ubisoft account, even though I didn't buy it.
They force you with the newer Ubisoft games to find the Ubisoft Connect and all that.
But because your main system, your main OS is the Xbox OS, you can bypass the fact that you need to have a Ubisoft. It's going to be like, oh, if you're not a Ubisoft member, you won't get these bonuses. Okay, I don't want these bonuses. I don't care about your bonuses. But if you want to play it on PC, you will have to use their OS so they will direct you to the OS. Yeah. You'll have to download, have in your computer or whatever you're going to have in your computer. You don't know if you want to use it. They will say, can we access this information? Usually it's on those guidelines that you don't read, the agreement.
You sign your life away, the terms and conditions,
terms and conditions.
User license agreement.
You see me being cynic why I'm not happy about this.
I got you.
You know, that's why I'm, because they will force you, because on PC you are forced to use their OS,
Yeah.
or else you won't
Or
be able to
their
launch it.
storefront. Yeah.
Yeah, their
You're right.
storefront.
You're forced to install Ubisoft Connect for modern
Yeah. So
Ubisoft.
I bought Assassin's Creed Mirage through the Epic Store, and
Mhm.
every time I launch it or have to do an update, it requires me to open up the Ubisoft Connect software and do it all there. It's
So
like so confusing, so stupid.
so that's why I'm telling you, they are not doing this of their own good free will. Especially, come on, it's Ubisoft. They're sharks, man. They're sharks. You know they are. So there is a hidden reason behind it. If I was an Xbox player, well, I'm not a PC player, so that also helps my cause, to be honest. But I would not touch these because, again, they're going to use this as a way to collect information from you and sell that information to whoever buys it. I don't know who buys
Brokers,
it,
yeah.
brokers and stuff like that. And then you get spam calls on your phone because. So that's so again. I'm being a cynic. I know this. In when you look at it first glance, it looks great. They're helping. That's why, like you were saying, like I don't want to rant, and you're like, you don't like it. I don't like it because of these reasons.
I
don't
got you.
like
It makes sense.
No, fair enough.
I'm going to say one thing though, and that is, I mean, if you already own the games, you pretty much already given all your information, anyways.
No.
So
I
at
don't-
this point, I have a game I can play on another system, but
No, yeah, okay, yeah. If you already agreed,
yeah,
if you already agreed,
previously.
but if you're a first time consumer, you never had like, because they are not doing this. We take advantage of
They're
this.
they're not doing it for guys like me. They're doing it for new
For
blood.
Murple, because he doesn't have an account. Do you have an account, Murple?
Yes, I do.
Damn it! Does Levi have an account? They want Levi's information.
What would be cool is if you owned it on PC and they gave it to you for Xbox, but still same
And
thing.
Why did they not do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably because Xbox already has that information. They don't need.
Yeah,
information.
exactly.
Well. Also, they're doing this because let's face it, people don't buy games on Xbox. They have trained for years not to buy games on Xbox. This is just all it is a PR stunt. Let's be honest. It's a PR stunt to get some good extra goodwill right now, because
And it doesn't
remember,
cost
even it doesn't really cost them anything. Black Flag remake is doing well and exceeded their sales thing. But remember, they couldn't. As soon as that game came out, they cut 51 people or whatever the number was from Ubisoft Barcelona. So they are just, anytime they can pull, even if it's a small story and it's nothing burger, but it gives them some positivity, they are going to throw and be like, hey, Fubu, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, I like that. It's color.
Yeah, no, but Fubu isn't falling for it. Fubu isn't falling for it. I am. Not Fubu.
No.
Actually, what it should be doing is like just shaking it and be like, "More the axe here, Fubu. It's not gonna get you. It's not gonna get you."
You know which game is not there that I find interesting?
What's that?
Star Wars Outlaw.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because I got the same situation.
Well, that one's probably because the licensing. Remember, they paid a lot for that.
Mm-hmm.
So that one I can understand. These are all a lot of their licenses that they've owned or their own original creations, except for like Avatar. Tom Clancy, yeah, they have they ain't losing that license. They cultivated with them that license, and it's theirs to stay. But I think we have gone off on all these other stories long enough. Let's get to the topic of the show, the Xbox outage. Now, we're going to go through a couple different articles here, and there is one good article in here that I do like that we will get to later on. But Xbox network down for hours, days after PlayStation's outage hit. Xbox services went down on July 27th, hitting sign-in, the store, game library, and both digital and disc-based games. With the PlayStation one, you can still use disc. This didn't work.
Yeah.
And it's just
I
It
never
was like-
tested. I never tested when I found out that it went down. I never went online. I never fire up my Xbox.
I didn't use mine and power mine on. I haven't powered mine on long, and I got to plug mine in. But the thing was, it's like I saw, and there were the two Microsoft's credit they do have because their Xbox credit because they have the backing of Microsoft. They have the websites that will tell you every service, what's working okay, what's down, what isn't. There are also like great websites like Down Detector and all that. People telling you from different countries, and you can see graphs and stuff. They had all this information out there, and I believe it. And there was also like you have the social media, but there is you have to take social media with a grain of salt because you're going to have people that will tweet stuff just because they want the clicks and all that, and not necessarily it be the right and truthful information.
True.
But yeah, this was like, okay, I can understand with digital games, but like your own physical games you had on a disc, if you had the Series X, you're telling me you can't play a physical game?
That's surprising.
That is like, how did you let this happen?
Yeah.
And remember, they are not like Sony. Say what you want. Sony as a company is not doing well. All the divisions of Sony besides Sony Pictures is doing okay at best. PlayStation's their big moneymaker. The rest of Sony is on fire. Let's call it out. Microsoft has the money. Microsoft is not cash poor or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
They're throwing a lot of money into AI and all this crap. Maybe it's that. Maybe Copilot went rogue and sabotaged Xbox since they were removing Copilot from the Xbox project.
You never know.
That's the thing. We don't know. They had it down for hours, and they did say it was an extra licensing service that Xbox and several of its stores publishers relied on. Started going on the fritz late Sunday night. That caused some signage scenarios to fail and caused many scenarios that require entitlement check to fail, such a full library of launching games that you own. I give them credit right here, admitting, hey, we're telling you what the problem is, or we're telling you something. Whether or not it's the truth, they're saying we don't.
Sony said nothing at all.
Yes, Sony said crickets and tumbleweed, but they will tweet and say, hey, Marvel Tokon's coming soon. You want to buy it on PS5 Pro. Kirok, you don't want to fix your PS5. You want to buy another PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
Boo Boo, you want to buy the EAFC $300 controller that comes with $50 in EFC packs.
If that controller gave me free wins, yeah, I would buy those. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, it gives you 3 wins in the controller. Yeah, like I give them credit, and sorry, I'm just trying to find. I'm just gonna pull to the other Engadget story because they admit they were like, yeah, we screwed up.
Yeah.
Like
It's kind of scary that if their system goes down, even if you have a physical disc, which is what everyone's clamoring for, everyone's fighting for, that it still won't work. Obviously, the discs are doing a license check online.
But if it's a disc you've had forever and you've had the game installed, I'm sorry, you can keep some kind of thing, especially with how Microsoft's technology, I know from my own physical, my day job, my career, you can have some tokens that don't need to check back every 2 freaking seconds.
Right, yeah.
This like they admitted it was their fault trying to find it, but like players were peed because it went on from Sunday and into Monday, about 20 hours of issues. That is not okay.
No.
That is not okay, and especially a lot of people on Xbox. Yes, they're not buying games. That's not the buying power is not what it used to be. But guess what? If I am paying for Game Pass Ultimate, I am paying that high money, and I can't use my Xbox, whether I have a disc or I'm paying for Game Pass, and it's just a digital paperweight. And especially since Xbox has their console's gone up 50% from when it launched.
Yeah. That's bad.
6 years ago, almost 6 years, just a few months away. Like, I'm sorry if I've spent all that money and Game Pass and everything. Like, no offense, you guys aren't some startup. You guys aren't some small thing. You are backed by one of the biggest corporations in the world, and you know what? You guys sat there. And
I mean, they were probably scrambling, but who knows what was wrong, right?
Mhm.
So
yeah, they were scrambling. But you know when this also fell? This fell during the Halo, the early access. If you bought the premium edition and had that 5 days, you couldn't be playing. That was one of the days, or a full 20 hours.
give us
you
an
lost.
extra $20. Yeah, give us an extra $20 where you could play it earlier, and then bang.
Yeah.
Oh, now that you're telling me this, because I had no idea about the Halo thing. I had no idea. This was an attack.
I have a theory.
Go for it.
I have a theory, and it's based off your theory from
Thank
the
you.
last time when we talked about PlayStation, how they were attacked.
Put the hat, tinfoil hat.
Yeah, tinfoil hat. The attack. You were like, you know what? This is an attack. It's retaliation for them going discless for PlayStation. And I was thinking to myself, I'll bet corporate espionage, Sony hired a hacking team to attack Microsoft so their system goes down to make it look like, hey, yeah, it's not just us, right? Yeah, it's just the way it's going to be. Like, it's not our fault. It happens it could happen to anyone. Anyways, that's my theory, but yeah,
I'm gonna go in a different one. And
Okay.
then I went Murple's theory after.
Okay.
So
I don't have one.
Think of one. I'm gonna ramble for a bit. Think of one. I think because we know that Xbox a few years ago tried to go digital, and now that Sony is going digital, PlayStation is going digital, Xbox is gonna go after it. So the same people that attacked Sony, they're like, hey, we know they're gonna try and do the same thing. So let's attack them. Let's do a preemptive attack. Let's attack them now, so that the world can see that neither console is ready to go digital only.
I like your version better.
You know why? Because I was behind it. No, it wasn't behind it. No, but I would think that way because the thing is, if you only attack one and you don't attack the other will go digital, and we would flock to Xbox. If you show that nowhere is safe, we are going to be, as a consumer, we will force not to go on that route. And if you notice, the backlash continued. Even this is something that we didn't talk, but you guys did see the patent for the PlayStation controller with no physical buttons.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah.
So I think this is the same group that was like, hey, we attacked Sony, we're gonna attack now Xbox, and if Nintendo even thinks about it, they're next.
Yes.
No, it is very quite possible. And the thing with Xbox, though, the last couple of years of some of their big releases, forgive me if I'm wrong in here, I believe at one point, I can't remember if it did launch this way, Outer Worlds 2 didn't have a disc. It was just going to be a code in the box. There were other big Xbox games, that were just first-party Xbox games coming, just a code in the box, and it's like, what's the point of me going to a store or ordering from Amazon or having the box if it's just a digital code? You're at that point, you're wasting my money
Yeah.
and insult. It's just an insult at that point. So, like, because everyone thought Xbox was going to be the first one to do that because of all this.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were hacked. Like the licensing story, and hear them saying we screwed up. We need to do better. I like that they're saying that, but we need something. We don't need to just hear we're sorry. It won't happen, because you know what happens every year around the holidays is when people get new PlayStations and Xboxes for Christmas.
True.
Sony's network goes down and gets slowed down. Happens on Xboxes every year. They never seem to do anything about it. They never put extra money and resources in the back end, because it's like, why wouldn't you guys do this? Because I remember one year I was trying to download a game that came out in a game I was given, and it had a big day one update. I got the game for Christmas, and I'm at there wired in, and I've got my parents there that has a 2 GB connection. So it's not that big of a update. Should download like no problem. But because the PSN store was slow, I'm getting like only 5 MB, and you're just sitting there and you're like, it's like watching paint dry. You're like, really? This is what I'm doing on Christmas Day. I'm gonna wait 4 hours for this to download.
Wait till GTA 6 comes out, man.
Jesus Christ.
And it's digital only.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's gonna kill the stores too. Like, if you're gonna buy, like, anyone that is planning to buy it, if you buy it, like,
If you can preload it, that's the best way to go.
Well, that's the thing. If you to preload, you got to buy through PSN or Xbox.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do if you want to play that game day one. And that's if there could be a day one patch that, surprise, surprise, be 30 fucking gigs, and then you'd be like, sucker to you. But Merpo, what was your theory on stuff on the Xbox stuff?
I could definitely see it being the exact same people that targeted PlayStation to try to really send a message out to people, saying, like, especially the game develop, like both Sony and Xbox, and even to stretch of Nintendo, that we're not ready to go digital yet. If it's this easy to hack into, like, their store and shut it down, and it takes like 8 hours or a day or two to essentially for them to fix it. Yeah, we're not ready to go. You're not ready to go digital, because if you were ready to go digital, it should take you tops an hour to fix it.
I'd give a little bit more than,
or at least maybe 2 to 3 hours to fix it.
This is where I'm a bit drastic. If you are a paying consumer, it should not even fucking happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's easy. Like when you pay for a service, you want that service to be fulfilled. Like some of us, it's like you pay for let's say a bus pass. You want the bus to show up at that specific time, take you from point A to point B. Okay. Then the service is done. You don't need it for the day. It can break. It doesn't matter because it's not affecting you. In this case, when we are connected, and when it comes to these types of things, there's always someone that's connected. Like someone's not connected 24 hours because people need to do stuff, but there's always people connected. This service can't, just because the PSN didn't affect me, doesn't mean I'm not mad at the situation, because it could have affected me. Like as a consumer, why the fuck am I getting? I'm cursing way too much again. Sorry. No, this gets me mad. Sorry, this gets me mad because this is just shafting people. As a consumer, it didn't affect me. Thank God it didn't affect me, but it could have. But other people were affected. There were people that were maybe on their only day off, and they just wanted to chill to play a video game, and they couldn't. And they're like, "Bro, I'm paying to play this. Let's say AFC. This is the only day I can play AFC, and I have it digitally. I can play it. and
Mhm.
I spent the full day waiting for it. It didn't get fixed. I have to go to sleep because tomorrow I have a 12-hour shift.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
on top of the 12-hour shift, I have a 3-hour commute to
Yeah.
1 hour and a half to go in. So if you have 12-hour shift and a 3-hour commute, you're going to get home. You're going to go back to sleep because you have to go work the next day. That's
Mhm.
basically how it is. I'm lucky enough that I take like 15 minutes from my house to work and other 15 minutes back. Like, so I'm very lucky that I only spend 30 minutes on commute. It's super fast. But I do understand that other people spend way more time on that, and a lot of people don't have time for because they need to get home and they need to prepare food for the next day. Then they can't. They only play the console like once a week. I'm going to tell you this right now. I have this very good friend on mainland, and she knows I game a lot, and she texted me today. Like we talk almost every day, but she texted me today, and she goes, "Hey, I bought this really nice television, very big television. I'm thinking of buying a PlayStation 5." Okay. Why are you going to buy a PlayStation 5? Well, so I could play. No, you're not going to play. You're way too busy. You are way too busy. I play because this is my life. Playing is my personality. This is not part of your personality. You like to travel, you like to go out, you have your girlfriend, you have your mother, you have your pet, you have your work, and it's like she's in Lisbon, which is a metropole. It's very big. It's very so she doesn't take 15 minutes to go to work. She takes probably 1 hour to go to work. So she won't have time, and she starts
Yeah,
thinking like,
less time
oh,
available to play. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I had this conversation because she wouldn't, and imagine her, and she's very cheap, spending 500 euros buying a console, more 150, so
No,
she
no,
can
no.
say, and then she doesn't have time to play, and the
Convince her
only
to get
day
a Steam machine.
Mhm.
I'm just
I'll
kidding.
tell, I'm gonna sell her my Steam Deck. I'm gonna sell her
Oh,
my
Yeah.
Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell, I'm gonna
There,
sell her.
there.
Thank you. No, and you know what I told her? I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you what I told her. You know what you should do? She goes, what? You have a nice TV. You have a nice phone, right? Yeah. Start playing a game on your phone and just send it to your screen and just play like that. Don't spend money on the. And she was like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to take use from it." And imagine her with her only time left because she's very busy. She wants to play an online game and she can't play the game because everything is down. She would be rightfully pissed, and I would be as well. So
Yeah, no, that's understandable. And like, just think of it from another perspective, like bringing up the Halo early access. You paid
yeah.
for that. Let's say, you know what, I couldn't do it through the week because I've had stuff. I'm a content creator. I've been promoting for days that, hey, Sunday, we're doing Halo. We're doing it 8 hours or however long of a time we're going to do it. Comes to do it, you paid for the early access for it and all this. Go to do it. Oh, Xbox is completely down. So not only am I paying for the console, paying for the game, paying for the early access, and then paying for their online subscription, with whatever you're paying, doing essential or the high tier, the ultimate.
yeah.
You spent all this money, and the thing is worthless.
yeah.
Like it is, like at least with PlayStation, with theirs, you could play the disc. They're saying, yeah, it shouldn't have been this happen with the disc, that you should have still been able to play games on the disc. And it's like, well, no offense. Like, it shouldn't have happened. Yeah, that's great for you to say. Like, when are you going to fix this? When are you guys going to have the announcement? When is Asha Sharma going to come out and be like, you know what? This was bad on our part. We have now made an update on the Xbox app backend that is out now, pushed to all Xboxes that are connected online right as of this moment. Or if your Xbox turns on, you'll get a X amount of small update. Now that makes this so that this never happens. You have a disc game. You can still play it whether or not the internet or our network is up or down. Like this, you need to. You can't sit and. Like, you can't sit and hope in 5 months, like do this 5 months from now and hope everything, because you know what, we know this happened once now, and like you said, I'm sure there are security threats to them, and I believe it is quite possible they got hacked and DDoSed and all this different attacks on them. You can't just sit there in denial and think this ain't gonna happen again.
Right.
You need to prepare because
be ready. Yeah.
you are taking people's money. If this was all free and it was all freemium and you didn't never had to pay, you know what? It's free. I don't care. Like, that was the thing with like when times with the PS3. Yeah, it sucked when it happened, when the few times when there's the couple hour outages, but I wasn't paying for the online. Did it suck? Yes, but I wasn't paying for it. But when you're taking someone's money monthly or yearly for this, I understand there are going to be times that are maintenance, but they usually on all this stuff, they let you know ahead of time. They let you know a good window so you can plan ahead. I get it. Not all of us have all the time in the world and can play whenever we want. And some people, you have to book it once a week. This is my 4-hour session. This is when I can play. This is what I can do. But you can't, yes, you communicated better than Sony, but but that doesn't make you that much better because you did the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You have to do better when you're taking people's money. You have to get this right. You need to have, I want an update. Like, I want next week, I want Asha Sharma to come out there and say, we heard you. There was a screw up on our fault. That's not on you. That's on us. We need to fix this. We need to. And we're not going to kick this down the road. We are putting engineers, we're putting things in place. We are getting this fixed ASAP. That way, soon I can announce this, or if they already have the fix and already have that, announce it and say it's going live now or whatever time or date. You need to have this out, because here's the thing. Your brand loyalty is in your brand image is in the toilet. They have done so many bad, dumb things with Xbox over the years, and people are still mad and upset that, Fable is not first-party exclusive anymore. Next year, that is coming to PS5, and now the whole thing is coming 1 week after God of War, and now Fable's early access. You do the premium pay for play Fable a week early is 1 day after God of War Lafe comes out. And it's like, for most people, what's the bigger draw?
Probably God
of War.
Yeah.
Because Fable has not been a thing since the 2013 Fable 3 or whatever.
Which was garbage in the series anyways.
Oh, God. Fable 3 came in 2013. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like 2013, 2012, 2011. It's somewhere in the early 2010s. That much I know.
Yeah.
But it's been so long that...
I'll look it up. You keep talking.
Yeah. It's been so long. They've had so many Fable start and stop projects. There was that one that was like the Fable Hero game and stuff like that. The Dungeon Master thing. Like, they had so many...
Fable 3 was 2010 on 360, but 2011 on Windows.
Oh, God.
That's even longer ago. What?
Yeah, and that Fable 3 version for Windows is gone, because that was gaming for Windows before the whole Xbox app.
Yeah.
That wasn't ported to Steam, if I remember correctly. It's only the first Fable game that you can play legally on Steam. Now, modern, because they still sell it. Sell it for way too much money, the price tag they're wanting for it. But nonetheless, this, like, Microsoft, Sony needs to do better. Microsoft needs to do better. Like, we need to hold these companies accountable, because if you let them get away and you keep giving them money, and they're all about just testing the waters and seeing how much they can get away with. That was the PlayStation story. See how much they can get away with until they have to say the bare minimum, I'm sorry, sweep it under the rug till, like Fubu said, till Wolverine comes out, till GTA 6, because then they know at that point the discourse is going to be, oh my God, did you play this game? You see it on the base PS5? You see it on the PS5 Pro? Oh man, They
That's
know
when
what
I'll
those.
buy a new one. I'm just kidding.
No, no.
But yeah, it's just
It's sad. That's what you want to say.
it's sad and it's disappointing that we've gotten to this point and that these big corporations have gone so far out of touch where they did used to care, like Sony used to care, Microsoft used to care. They did certain decisions to, like, they didn't do like Game Pass. Yes, it was a thing to try and make money, but they knew they for a long time with Game Pass were smart. Not they weren't really raising prices, or they would raise it like every 2 years and be like, okay, we're putting it $1, fuck up more. Then they were doing it and it made sense, and they were. I cannot state the Game Pass was the best value in gaming for a long time. What you were getting, if you played even just a small fraction of the games on that came out that month, you won. You won. Microsoft didn't win. You won, the consumer. And it's so nice. It was so nice to have stuff like that, where the consumer is winning for once the time, not the giant greedy corporations.
Yeah.
True.
I do want to mention, I kind of looked it up because I remember reading something about it when Murple mentioned, you have so much downtime, you should be up in like 30 minutes. And Burley was saying, no, there's actually a term for that. It's RTO, recovery time objective. So online, I'm reading this off the internet. It says maximum amount of time a system, application, or service can be unavailable after a failure or disaster before it must be restored. So they give an example of like a bank. A bank has potentially an RTO of 30 minutes because people have to log in and pay their bills and shit, right? Or have access to their funds. They have, that's an example online, but let's say a bank would have an acceptable half-hour window in which they need to get their systems back up. So they need to be able to identify the problem, fix the problem, and then get back online for their customers. Who knows what that is for a gaming company? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the priority? 24 hours. Obviously, they're going to try and get it up as soon as they can, but I don't think there's mission critical, must get it up in 30 minutes or less kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not defined.
Yeah. Like even 2 hours would be like fine, but like waiting like maybe a day.
But they have to have a plan, like Burley was saying. For that to work, they have to have a plan that they can set up to do that, to get to achieve that.
But I feel like they just don't have a plan. Like, like PlayStation Network goes down. Shit, we don't have a plan of when we should start working on that. Let's wait like a couple hours before we start working on it. No, start a plan.
Well, they should have the plan beforehand, and I think that's why Fubu's right about it being hacked, because that's unexpected. But they should have a plan for that too.
Yeah, but they just seem.
Come on, Windows Defender's not as good as it used to be at finding
things. People. I say this with all sincerity, and I really don't want to offend the newer generations. I think in terms of professionalism, like we peaked in the 90s and the 2000s, because since that time, everywhere, not only this environment, I feel like everything has lost quality, and especially since COVID, everything just went downhill. Like it was going steady like this, then COVID hits and it goes down a cliff.
It nosedived.
It nosedived, and I feel there's a very, very, very present lack of professionalism, and there's in other things, there are in other things, but we are not connected to that. But because we are, like, if you have people dependent, on your online services, you as a company, you have to keep up the standards. Like we have to buff security. We have to buff security so because these servers can't go down. Maybe do some maintenance. I wouldn't mind, like, this is something that I was really surprised. And sorry that I'm taking it back to the AFC and eFootball, but you'll understand. I played eFootball for a long time. Okay. Sorry, EAFC. I started playing eFootball, and I was really surprised. Like, why is eFootball game much smoother than EAFC?
Mhm.
Then on the first day that I was playing, the servers were down, and they said maintenance. I was like, oh, bro, I was unlucky. Like, I started playing this game on the first week playing this game. There's a maintenance wreck. Ah, whatever. Then on the second week, same maintenance. Then I realized eFootball is really good because we do maintenance. Okay, they do maintenance. So same thing. Up, I wouldn't mind if Sony said on this day we are going to close servers so that we can find bugs, find security issues. We're going to close for 12 hours. Let's say we're going to close on this day for 12 hours. We apologize. They never close the servers because it's working 24/7, always working, always people in them. They don't have time to do a proper maintenance, and
Yeah.
this opens gaps for hackers to go in or some malfunction for the server to stop working. So they are being extremely greedy. They want things to keep going, working,
Mhm.
but they should stop once in a while. Let's say every 6 months or even 1 year. We're going to stop for 12 hours. Our engineers are going to focus on this. We're going to find issues, weak spots. We're going to fix this so that in the next 6 months or the next year,
Yeah.
there is no failure and you can keep enjoying. I wouldn't mind losing 12 hours that I knew so I could plan to do
Yeah.
something else, go outside, go touch grass, whatever. So it could be something like that, instead of being like waking up, which didn't happen, thank God. But I was like, well, I'm going to go play semi football and I can't play anything. Oh, let me play Suikoden. Oh, it doesn't work. I wouldn't have a problem because I have a bunch of new physical games, as you guys know. I would play those physical games. That wouldn't be a problem. But this is lack of being professional by these companies that are thinking only on profits. They need to do maintenance to avoid these types of situations because if their servers were well maintained, if there was no weak spots, hackers wouldn't be able to hack in this scale and this easy.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Like I said earlier, it's like if you got to have maintenance windows and have them down at certain times, and you know what, it sucks. It is what it is. There's so many different ways you could be hacked. Whether because it could have just been someone at the Xbox team that has high clearance, got a spam email, clicked the link, or gave their password. Whatever way you want, whatever way it happened, and
When an
lost.
iPhone 17.
Yeah, like yeah. Who knows? Like that's the thing. You could have. There's a million different ways this could have happened, but
Mhm.
Microsoft and Xbox need to do better. And we have fortunately at this point we just have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
And
We may never even know. So,
Yeah. I think Kirok is right. I think we'll never know. They're like you said, they're gonna jingle the keys, and we're gonna look somewhere else, and we're gonna forget about everything.
Yeah.
That
Anybody
this
guys?
no, I was just gonna say this hack on the PlayStation Network. If people weren't cheating on PS on Sony because of the digital games, people would have forgotten it by now.
yeah.
Yep.
Anybody got anything else on the Xbox front here?
No.
Nope.
I'm good.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, that was our topic of the show. We'd love to hear from you all on this. What did you think? Did it affect you? What do you want to see happen from them? We would love to hear from you as well as all the other stories we talked about. We'd love hearing from people that watch and getting everyone's different perspectives and all that. Because that's the thing. We all can have different takes and we all have different thoughts and opinions. We'd love to hear from it. There was one story we were thinking of talking this week, We're going to save for next week because next week the Pokepedia expansion comes out. So I kind of figured, let's not talk about it now, but next week when the dang thing's out, and because I'm going to be the one.
You're gonna play.
Well, I have the game, so I'm the most likely candidate out of the, well, especially out of the four of us here. Who knows? Maybe I could convince Fryman to play Pokepedia.
He has to finish Bleach. We have to do a Bleach video. He has to play. Bleach.
Yeah, yeah.
He does.
Oh, he's finishing Bleach, Fubu. I'm making sure of that. Don't you worry. Then we can learn the true nature of Merple later on with that video.
If he doesn't, I'm going to take my one of my emotes down and re-upload it and name it Fryman. And it's the one that is called Bankai.
Alrighty.
I will delete it, take it off the channel, and re-upload it and call it Fry. If he does not finish it.
Yeah, we will have some future other reviews coming in the near future. We will have, I can say, Assassin's Creed 4. I'm closing near on the end of it, but Fry and Kirok are both playing it, so
I could play it still. It's just right now my PS5 toast. So.
But that is something that will come. Who will join me? You'll have to just stay subscribed to find out and see.
Yeah.
But we do have some other videos and other reviews and stuff coming. It's just all five of us have different lives, and we're all in. We have 4 different time zones throughout the podcast between us, so it is just there are scheduling conflicts of just trying to.
We make it
work. Yeah. So there is stuff coming. Just wait and see. You trust us. We will have it coming. It may not be as quick as you want it or quick as we'd like to get it out. We do have stuff coming. But anywho, we hope you loved this video. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up. It really does help. Spread the word on the podcast. Leave comments. We will respond back to them. And please also, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell because YouTube's notification system sucks.
Yep.
I feel I have to say this in every video now. It's like click the notification bell because I have heard people that are like, I thought you did a review or I thought Fubu did a video, the platinum video on this. I was like, click the notification bell, and they click that, and then they're like, oh my god, oh I see, you guys got like 3 to 4 videos out a week, and it's like, yeah. Click that. Trust me, it will make your life easier, and that way. Because there's nothing worse than when you go to the YouTube thing and you're refreshing it on your phone or on your computer, you're hitting refresh, but you see, if you see it on Discord bots, like in my Discord, that the video's gone live and you're like, why can't I just see it there on YouTube? I don't know. YouTube's just YouTube.
Yep.
Like the platform, but it's just... Anywho, I think that's enough of me rambling there. We all thank you. So thank you. We thank you all so much. We'll see you all for episode 19. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.